The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games are missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, this is the official, the inaugural, the first, the original ZUFFA Boxing live fight reaction extravaganza. The Callum Walsh, Carlos Ocampo live fight reaction extravaganza. As always, you guys know who it is, your boy BT, the Untouchable True School Sports Empire. And guys, right now we're in the middle of the card, and I gotta say, so far through the first 3 or 4 fights, it's been pretty competitive. It's been pretty well matched fights. And you know what? Hold on, give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. You go ahead and lower this because I don't want to hear Max Kellerman's voice or Andre Ward's voice. I gotta hear my voice. But we here. Make sure y'all smash the like button. Listen. My early impressions of ZUFFA Boxing so far, just give you guys my early preliminary thoughts. We haven't even got to the meat and potatoes, to the main part of the card. We haven't gotten to Callum Walsh versus Ocampo. We haven't gotten to Cain Sandoval versus Julian Hammerhands Rodriguez. So we'll see how it goes. But thus far, we've had 3 fights completed. Troy Nash scored a very hard fought, unanimous decision victory over Jacob Ramos. That was very competitive. That was the first fight. Robert Merriweather the third, who was an undefeated prospect, taking on Cesar Correa, who really hadn't fought no one. Mexican guy from Idaho, of all places. Very, very overmatched in the skill department, but was very, very tough and durable, and actually made it a bit of a fight down the stretch. Competitive fight there. Emilio Cardenas beats Marcus Harris to go to 10-0 as well in another competitive fight. So early on, as far as prelim fights, it's probably one of the better match prelims that I've seen in a long time. Credit to the matchmakers. Right now, we're in the 5th round of Floyd Cashflow Diaz versus Guillermo Gutierrez. And this has been a pretty good fight. Cashflow, as many of us know, was a top ranked prospect. He's not with Top Rank anymore. And he's fighting this guy from San Antonio, Gutierrez, and Gutierrez is giving him all he can handle with the counter punching and things like that. So look, I mean, as far as prelim fights are concerned, they're doing a great job. Now the reason I'm going live now is because the fight that's coming up next after this is actually a fight that I'm most looking forward to, and that's going to be Omar Trinidad versus Max Ornelas. I got Max Ornelas by big upset in that fight. And then that'll lead into the main card. So listen, I'm going to be here for probably like 2 hours, maybe 3. We'll see how it goes. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you guys get your comments in. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, super chat, all that, blase. But anyway, let me take some time to acknowledge the fine folks that are already here, making their thoughts known. Shout out to my boy Kevin Effect. He said notification gang. Yeah, that's right, Kev. Good to see you, man. Thank you for all the love and the support. City by the Bay says ZUFFA taking over. Yeah, right. Listen, I'm not gonna make any bold proclamations and say they're taking over, but so far I'm enjoying a good night of boxing. It's been decent so far. Dave S says salute BT. At least Benavidez is now acknowledging Jao Pataya. Well, look, there you go. It took Dana White for him to acknowledge Jao Pataya, so that's good. Good to see that. Hyro says don't forget BT. They said that Floyd dropped the Cashflow nickname, which is true. He's no longer known as Floyd Cashflow Diaz. He's just Floyd Diaz. He's turned a new leaf in his life and his career, and that's what it is. And right now we're in round 5 of an 8-rounder. So when the 6th round starts, I'm gonna lock in and I'm gonna zone in on the fight. But get your questions and if you guys got any thoughts about the ZUFFA card, if you're watching along, let me know what you guys think. So far, like I said, for the prelim, good, well-matched fights, competitive fights. Right. I'll tell you guys this. My early impressions is that I think that Dana White in ZUFFA Boxing and Paramount Plus, if they can continue to deliver prelims and cards that are matched like this, you're going to see a lot of these fighters that people will consider afterthoughts or mid-level fighters. They're going to become actually names just because everything's so organized and well thought out. And they got like Max Kellerman, they got Andre Ward, they got Molly Kiram. They got like some of the top commentators, so we'll see how it goes. Dave Esther says Oscar Valdez left Top Rank. I guess he might end up on ZUFFA. I feel like a lot of fighters are going to end up on ZUFFA. There's a couple fighters that I know personally that already signed contracts long ago for ZUFFA Boxing that you guys will be seeing here in the near future. Um, my man said, Eric, he says, everybody will all of a sudden be leaving Top Rank. That's right. That's how it's going. Because look, I did a video about it. It hasn't come out yet, but I did a video about how Top Rank is putting the Xander Zayas Abbas Barrow fight on Tubi, which is a bad sign because I like Tubi. I'm not trying to trash Top Rank on Tubi because I watch it all the time, but it doesn't look to be a sustainable thing for Top Rank Boxing. And I don't think it's a good sign. There's still not any signs of a real network deal or anything like that. So yeah, there's that. But anyway, let me lock it on this fight because one the 6th round between Floyd Cashflow Diaz and Guillermo Gutierrez. This is the first fight for Floyd Diaz in roughly a year and a half or 400 plus days. And this is a good fight. Like Floyd was a good fighter. He was ticking over nicely on Top Rank. He does have a victory over Max Ornelas, who is fighting in the next fight, which I thought was a very good win. And yeah, he's 13-0. He took some time off because I was just telling my dad about it because Pops is right here. I was just telling my dad he didn't lose any fights. He got himself a girlfriend and she got him off track, and then he had a fallout with his dad, and a bunch of stuff happened outside the ring. But he's still undefeated. He's still 13-0. And right now he's fighting Guillermo Gutierrez, a good little counterpuncher from San Antonio. And early on, it was a good competitive fight. Guillermo Gutierrez was counterpunching Floyd pretty nicely, but Floyd got his timing down. There's been a hand speed advantage, and you've seen in this fight the class is beginning to tell over time. So yeah, 1 minute and 22 seconds left here in round 6. Floyd Castro Diaz in the black trunks, Gutierrez in the white trunks. Gutierrez throws a left hook to the body that misses. Cashflow Diaz lands a jab to the stomach, and then Gutierrez complains about a head clash. He nods. He motions to a head like this. There you go, Gutierrez with another counter right hand that grazes Floyd Diaz. Floyd Diaz just doing what he normally does. Just he was a bit slower early on, and there was some holes in the defense early on. But like I said, pretty consistent fighter. Not a big time puncher, but he punches hard enough to get the opponent's respect. And he's figured out this guy's time as the fights went on. Good left hook there by Floyd Diaz as we're getting towards the end of round 6. Floyd Diaz misses the double jab. 20 seconds left. I will say the biggest difference between these two guys is that Gutierrez, he's doing a lot of pawing with his jab. And when Floyd throws a jab, he actually really steps in with it. So when Floyd commits to his offense, he's able to have a more effective time pushing Gutierrez back. So that's a Floyd Diaz round. That's the end of round 6. So I'm not scoring the fight, but I think Floyd is up in the cards. Off subject, but I think Ortiz can upset Davis. I see that fight going the distance. How about you? I see that fight as a close fight. I think Jermaine Ortiz can win, but I got Keyshawn Davis packing him up in the later rounds. Jermaine Ortiz's lack of offensive versatility is going to cost him down the stretch, and I think he's going to pack him up in the later rounds. But really good fight. Is ZUFFA and UFC Fight Pass the same thing? No. UFC Fight Pass was where Dana White was allowing promoters like Tom Loeffler of 360 Promotions and Jimmy Birchfield of CES Promotions to have shows, but that was not a Dana White production per se. ZUFFA Boxing has its own production. They on Paramount Plus. This is like his brainchild. So some of the fighters from UFC Fight Pass, like Callum Walsh, like Cain Sandoval, you will see them on tonight's card, but they are two different things, even though they are similar. Anyway, make sure y'all smash that like button. There's 16 of you guys here. Make sure you smash that like button. Let me know what city, what state, what continent you're watching from in the comments. I want to see how international we are on the broadcast. And yeah, we go to round 7 of Floyd Diaz versus Guillermo Gutierrez, our 4th fight on the prelims. The main event of the prelims is next, Omar Trinidad versus Max Ornelas, and that will lead us into the main part of the card. So yeah, I'll be live with you guys for about 4 of these fights. Good double jab there by Floyd Diaz. And then Diaz lands a left hook to the body on the inside. Yeah, Gutierrez does some good things, but I think his punches are a bit loopy. He's looping his punches a lot. the Diaz punches give him point A to point B a little bit faster, and that's making all the difference in these exchanges. Yeah, Floyd Diaz is starting to sit down on these shots. Like he's missing a lot of these shots because Gutierrez is dipping under them, but he's starting to sit down on them and really try to knock this guy out, even though he's not really known as a knockout puncher. Floyd Diaz only has 3 knockouts in 13 professional fights. Not much action going on right now. Gutierrez and Floyd Diaz don't throw any punches for about 10 seconds, and then Gutierrez dips and smothers him in clinches. So not much going on here. Gutierrez misses a counter right hand. See, earlier those shots that were landing for Gutierrez earlier in this fight, now they're not there. And ever since then, Floyd Diaz has been pretty much in control. After about 3 rounds, Floyd Diaz kind of got his timing down. So that's what it is. By the way, good combination there from Floyd Diaz. I was going to say, it is also worth noting that the main event, you got Callum Walsh tonight. He's like the golden boy of this ZUFFA Boxing stuff. He's like an Irish fighter, southpaw. He's taking on Carlos Ocampo, and a lot of you guys may remember Carlos Ocampo. Carlos Ocampo fought Earl Spence as a mandatory challenger like 7 or 8 years ago, got knocked out on a round or 2. Then he fought Fundura, took him the distance. So, good little style fight in that main event. That's the main event. That's what we're building up to. $35 seconds left here in round 7 of this 8 rounder between Floyd Diaz and Guillermo Gutierrez. By the way, guys, program reminder, because this is not the last time I'll be live this weekend. I will be live tomorrow for the Andy Cruz versus Ray Murataya fight. So if that is of any interest to you, if you guys want to join the live tomorrow, make sure you tune in for that. I know a lot of people don't care about the ZUFFA Boxing because a lot of you guys see this as minor league boxing. But if you want major league boxing, quote unquote, I'll be live for that too tomorrow. We cover the whole fight game here on True School Sports. Last 5 seconds here in round 7. And Gutierrez is starting to get very wild. He's throwing these wide winging shots, and it's not a whole lot going on. So Floyd Diaz right now, he's doing what he normally does. He's starting to cruise to a decision victory. So that's what it is. And right now on the screen, they're showing Julian Hammerhands Rodriguez, who's getting stretched out, by one of his coaches. And then you got Cain Sandoval shadow boxing. That'll be the opener of the main event. That's going to be, honestly, that fight should have been a co-main event, because that's probably one of the most explosive fights you can make in the 140 division. Even though this fight's, I believe, is at 147 or lightweight. I don't know if it's a 47 or lightweight, because, and for those that know, for those that don't know, ZUFFA Boxing does not have junior or super or junior weight classes. So there's no 140, there's no 154, there's no 168, there's no 130. They don't got that. Do you think Teofimo being a 250 underdog is too wide? I feel like the books are disrespecting Teofimo Lopez. I do. I really do. I think Teofimo Lopez is a much more live dog than plus 250. But hey, if I'm not a gambling man, but if you are a gambling man, I think those are very good odds to take. Shakur Stevenson is not a big time puncher. Shakur Stevenson has hand problems, right? So if you really believe in Teo's ability and his ability to get up for these big fights, then you to bet worth taking. Even though I'm picking Shakur. Let me see. Shout out to my guy MEZBX. He says Khalil Cole really disappointed me today, and I haven't made a video about that. I haven't commented about that, but what I will say is, yeah, I was surprised because Khalil Cole's been doing a bunch of bumping his gums and flapping his gums this week about what he's going to do to Jesse Hart, and he might still beat Jesse Hart, but it shows a lack of professionalism, a lack of discipline, a lack of consistency. Just it shows that he's not really a serious fighter. Because okay, I can understand if he missed weight by a pound or 2. He missed weight by 7 pounds. So you didn't even try to make the weight. Unprofessional. You have every right to be disappointed. The guy Majma was facing tomorrow is a cupcake. He's fighting a Mexican guy, right? I haven't even, honestly, David, you watch me enough, so you know how I feel about Majimov. You already know how I feel about Majimov, so I don't gotta get too far into that. But I guess good for him. Good for him. All right, last round here, Floyd Diaz versus Guillermo Gutierrez. Right now, it's not a matter of like if Floyd is gonna win, but how is he gonna win? Is he gonna outpoint this guy, or will he find a stoppage? There's only about a minute and 20 seconds left, and Floyd's not a big puncher, and this guy is just smothering him, and he's just throwing single shots, and he's crafty in there. So I think this fight's probably gonna go the distance, and Floyd Diaz will run his record up to 14-0 with 3 knockouts and keep the gravy train rolling. And we'll see how it goes. Not exactly the best performance, but he hasn't fought for 400 something days. So what do you want? What do you want from the guy? Good body shot there from Gutierrez. Good body shot there from Diaz. Do you see Josh Kelly getting stopped next week? I think Josh Kelly's getting ran over like a Mack truck next week. Eddie Hearn, I mean, he got his fighter opportunity, but man, he's getting ran over like a Mack truck. They haven't said anything about Walsh versus Ocampo. Are they fighting? They don't fight for another 4 fights. Right now, we're still on the prelims. The next fight, which is the fight I'm most excited about, Omar Trinidad versus Max Ornelas is next. That'll be the main event of the prelims, and then you got like 3 fights. You got I'll tell you right now. Look, you got Omar Trinidad versus Ornelas. You got Misa Rodriguez versus Austin Dienda. You got Cain Sandoval versus Julian Rodriguez, and then you got the main event. So we're like 4 fights away, roughly, like three fights away from the main event. So you got time. My man said, "I'm sorry, but Floyd Diaz is boring." I ain't the biggest fan of Floyd Diaz. He's a cool little fighter, but like, you know, he is what he is. Like I always say in boxing, there's 2 kind of fighters. There's fighters that I only think about and talk about when they have a fight scheduled, and then there's the fighters that I think about like all the time because I'm excited about the careers. He falls into the first. He's one of them guys I only think about when he has a fight signed because he doesn't really do anything, in my opinion, to really make me excited for his fights. So I truly understand. I really do. Sliding counter, what's good, champ? Salute to you, champ. Good to see you. I would try to steal Carmelo if I was Dana White. From what I know quite a few fighters that Dana White is interested in. Who's fighting right now, brother? It's right there on this oil. Right now is the end of this fight right here. Floyd Diaz versus Guillermo Gutierrez. And then after that, it'll be Omar Trinidad versus Max Ornelas. So that's where we're at on the card. Who's nice coverage? Tomorrow's Murataya and Cruz fight. Coaching matchup is interesting with Virgil and Boots looming. I don't think Virgil and Boots is ever going to happen, or at least not this year. I don't see it, but I mean, hopefully it does. But I'm not bothered if it does or not at this point. I'm tired. I'm tired of talking about both of them. No, Lomachenko's staying retired. So there you go. Floyd Diaz gets the unanimous decision victory over Guillermo Gutierrez. Good little fight. Not the most impressive fight I've seen, honestly, but you know, 400 plus day layoff. You know, what more do you want from the kid? Hopefully, they get him a better opponent with a deeper offensive bag because this guy was too far ahead in class and he won. So it is what it is. But we switch gears because one thing about Zuffa that I'm learning real quickly is they don't waste time. And I'm excited for this fight. A lot of people are sleeping on Max Ornelas. I got Max Ornelas boxing this dude's ears off. Omar Trinidad has been due for a loss for quite some time. And I'm going to say this. Unless Max Ornelas is just so pillow-fisted that he can't move this guy off of him, I think this fight's going to become a boxing match. And I think he's going to box this dude's ears off. Max Ornelas has 2 losses. They're both by split decision. One was to Hector Valdez, which was a terrible robbery, one of the worst robberies of 2022. The other one was a fight to Floyd Diaz where he moved down in weight. It was probably weight drain, right? But I know Max. I've seen him around the Vegas gyms. I know what kind of fighter he is, and I know what kind of fighter Omar Trinidad is. And I'll tell you this: if the Omar Trinidad that I've been seeing from these last 3 fights shows up, he's getting 7-3, 8-2 out the building. So I'm putting him on a huge upset alert. And there's Omar Trinidad. Omar Trinidad looks pissed off. He looks upset. He looked like he watched my videos and he's mad about what I said. Yeah. So we're gonna see. I got nothing against Omar. I like Omar. Omar's a good fighter, but these last couple of fights against Lorenzo Parra, Hector Sosa, which by the way, some of these guys are fringe contenders, but That guy shows up tonight. He's getting outboxed. Harold says Max Ornelas is not all that. He don't. I never said he was all that. I just said he was. I just said I think he's gonna beat Omar Trinidad, and you don't gotta be all that to beat Omar Trinidad. Omar Trinidad is not unbeatable. Omar Trinidad is not no creme de la creme top shelf fighter, but he's solid. He's solid. He's not a guy that I think could beat any of the current featherweight champions, but he's solid. He's a nice middle of the road contender. Anyway, Omar Trinidad, measurables, they're pretty even. Max Ornelas has a 1-inch reach advantage at 69 to 68. Omar Trinidad has a 1-inch height advantage, 5'10 to 5'9, and Omar Trinidad is only 3 years older than him at 30 years old versus Max Ornelas is 27. So we shall see. But I've been very bullish about this fight. As far as what I think about it, I think that what I said in my video, I said I'm putting Omar Trinidad on upset alert. As far as the think the brightest neon red lights you can think of. That's the kind of upset alert this is. And I don't normally put it like that, but it's a high upset alert.
You basing it on the last fight he had?
I'm basing it off of everything I've watched from both their careers. Does Callum Walsh win by KO? I don't think he does. I think Ocampo. I don't know. I think Ocampo at minimum takes him the distance.
You still got Walsh winning?
I got Walsh winning by decision. All right, there you go. So the both fighters touch gloves, and I'm excited for this fight. You guys know how much I love the featherweight division.
Mm-hmm.
Omar Trinidad to me is a guy who has a lot to prove in terms of still legitimizing himself as a real top contender. Max Ornelas is trying to put himself on the map, so both guys got a lot to prove. If I'm Omar Trinidad, keep this fight mid-range and on the inside. You stay on the outside, you're gonna get cooked. All right, Omar Trinidad in the black trunks, Ornelas in the white trunks. Omar Trinidad with a nice feint there. Ornelas pumping a range-finding jab. He grazes Omar Trinidad with a jab there, but nothing really too crazy. Omar circles to his left. Ornelas. I'll tell you right now, Omar needs to not keep this fight in the center of the ring. Max right now is holding his feet, and he's seeing what Omar Trinidad has given him. Omar gets on the front foot. Now Max circles to his left, circles to his right. There you go. If you're Omar, you want Max on that back foot. Good. Max makes a miss as Omar Trinidad shoots the right hand. Omar Trinidad on the front foot, looking for the fight. Max Ornelas boxing. No one's letting anything too crazy yet. Just a bunch of touch jabs, bunch of range finders, things of that nature. Good left hook there by Ornelas. That one landed. That one snapped Omar Trinidad's head back. There you go. Good jab by Ornelas. And Ornelas doing a good job varying that stick from the body to the head, head to the body. Omar Trinidad got to make sure he closed that gap. Make him uncomfortable. Make him fight. Ornelas shoots a right hand and then ties him up. And then Omar Trinidad actually lands a nice shot as Ornelas is pulling out of the exchange. Good right hand there by Trinidad. Ornelas rolled the shot. Good defense there from Trinidad. Trinidad actually blocked a nice left hand there from Ornelas. But Ornelas lands a left hook. Trinidad lands a left hook and actually knocks Ornelas off balance. Okay, so Omar Trinidad's starting to find some holes in that Ornelas defense. Ornelas holding his hands really low. Good right hand there by Ornelas. Yeah, if you're Ornelas, you gotta stay patient with Trinidad. Just keep that fight in the center of the ring. Omar's doing a good job defensively. Good defense there from Omar. Nice defense from Omar Trinidad. Ornelas having a hard time landing here in the latter part of round one. Good right hand there by Ornelas, though. He caught Trinidad dipping down, and then Trinidad ties him up. 28 seconds left here in round number one. Ooh, big left hook by Ornelas, and that snapped Trinidad's head back as well. Last 10 seconds here. One thing about Max, he's in a fight within himself, which sometimes can cost him on the scorecards when he fights high volume fighters. But I mean, if you're gonna keep the fight in the center of the ring and let him fight his pace, it's gonna be a hard fight for you, right? And I thought Max won that first round. He landed the more significant shots. Did a good job being the ring general, using his feet, using the ring. Omar had some good moments too, but I think for Omar, he needs to make this fight a higher pace fight, push Max back, and when Max exits, look to land big shots when he exits out. What do you guys think? They're moving this car fast. Damn, no break for the broadcaster. None. It's like a nice, like they're moving this car like a volume puncher. Just stay right on top of you.
All business. That's it. No.
Yeah, a lot of people are picking Murataya. I can see why, because Andy Cruz has had some reason to question his durability. But nah, I got Andy Cruz in that fight. Ornelas has never fought at 126. That's a big factor. I don't think it's as big of a factor as people think. I've seen Max spar multiple featherweights who are much better than Omar Trinidad, I might add. So we'll see. I don't think it's as big of a factor as you think. I like the fact that Max is at featherweight. I think it's better for him. And Omar is not a big time puncher like that. So, I think if Omar is going to win this fight, Omar is going to have to win because of his skills, not because he's bigger. Skills pay the bills. Anyway, round 2. We're 30 seconds in. Ornelas has scored on a couple shots. Trinidad lands a nice right hand there. Good right hand by Omar Trinidad. And that's where he wants to fight, on the ropes. Left hand blocked there by Omar Trinidad. It is. A good jab there by Max Ornelas in the center of the ring. Omar lands a good jab of his own. Oh
man!
And Max Ornelas is down. Omar Trinidad knocks him off balance, and there you go. In that first round, Ornelas was knocked off balance but didn't fall. That time he fell. So there you go. That's going to be a 10-8 round for Trinidad. He might stop him. Omar Trinidad might stop him. Because Max got to actually commit to some offense here.
Yeah.
That's his big problem. Keep his head too damn high.
Got to move that ring.
Good jab there again by Omar Trinidad. That's the first knockdown in the history of ZUFFA Boxing.
$10,000.
Good jab there by Trinidad or by Ornelas, but it's a 10-8 round, brother. You got to get this man's respect. Omar ain't respecting what's coming his way.
More confident.
Good jab there by Ornelas. Good right hand again by Ornelas. This kind of reminds me a little bit early on. I mean, Trinidad is a bigger fighter than Ornelas, but this is kind of how the Floyd Diaz fight was when Ornelas fought him. He was boxing very well. Every round he didn't get dropped in, he damn near won. But he got dropped like 2-3 times. So that's why he lost. Hyro said, I told you 126 is a big factor. No, it ain't because of 126. It's because his chin is high as hell in the air.
Hyro got something to say.
Hyro, I talked to you about this fight for 10 minutes yesterday. You didn't say one thing about this fight. Now all of a sudden you got all these things to say. BT 7 months in and Top Rank has no TV provider, but ZUFFA Boxing does. Yeah, I did a video about it. It'll be out, I think, tomorrow. It's not a good sign that Xander Zayas, who's a fighter that Top Rank has invested millions upon millions of dollars into for all these years, is fighting on Tubi and the unification fight. I mean, I'm not against it. I like Tubi. I watch Top Rank Classics very frequently, so I'm not trying to down the platform, but it's not a good look. Breaking Bad Boxing, what's good, champ? Good to see you. We over here watching ZUFFA Boxing. So far, it's been a decent card. I think for the prelims, they've done a great job as far as making competitive fights. Right now, we're going into the third round of what's been a pretty good fight so far between Max Ornelas and Omar Trinidad. Omar Trinidad just scored the first knockdown in the history of ZUFFA Boxing. Ornelas won the first round, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what adjustments are made by both fighters here, but yeah, it's been a good card so far. I would highly advise you to go and watch it back if you can. For those that are asking, where can I watch this card? It's on Paramount Plus, for those that don't know. For round 3, Ornelas versus Trinidad. And Omar Trinidad is starting to hold his feet in the center of the ring. I think Ornelas better keep that damn chin down, because if you don't keep that chin down, he about to get clipped bad. Decent right hand there by Ornelas. Good jab there by Ornelas. Yeah, he about to get stopped. I think Max about to get stopped. I think you about to be right, man. I'm about to knock him out.
Harold picked up the win.
Harold didn't pick nobody. Harold don't do that. Good jab there from Ornelas, and then a right hand from Max. So Max starting to find a home for the right hand. But Omar Trinidad is not phased. Omar Trinidad is holding his feet right there in the center of the ring. Good jab there by Omar Trinidad. Nice right hand by Ornelas to the body. There you go. Nice, decent left hook there by Ornelas. Not a big shot, but it scores. Trinidad bouncing on his toes. Good jab by Ornelas. Good jab by Trinidad to the body. If I'm Omar Trinidad, put that be first, man. Put that jab on him.
Oh, man.
Again? Yeah. Oh my God. This guy has no durability. Omar Trinidad scores another knockdown on Max Ornelas. Yeah, he's too small. Trinidad's gonna finish him. Max got the skills, but his chin is too high in the air. His chin is too high. What is that? 10-8 round, 10-8. Yeah. He's up like 3 points already. And it's a 10-rounder. So Max got to win damn near the whole fight. I don't think it was a bad pick. You know, it's the third round. So I'll tell you this. If Trinidad don't stop him in about 2 rounds, I bet you Max made this fight close. Because that's how the Cashflow Diaz fight was. Cashflow Diaz, when he fought Max moved down in weight. He got dropped a couple of times early in that fight. And then he went and he boxed and damn near won the rest of. Oh, he's down again.
He's over.
It's a bad pick.
Yeah.
Throw the towel in.
He's done.
Throw the towel in, man. Are you gone? He can't take a punch.
Got more confidence. Got confidence the fight went on.
What is that like? He's down by like 70,000 points. He need to win like every round to get like a draw. That's like a what? 10-7 round. He got caught on the ear. That wasn't even a big shot. You just leaning all the way in. Yeah. Omar's too strong for him, unfortunately. He has no durability. That literally his biggest problem is his durability. You can tell he has the skills, he can win, but he's just too many flaws, and he's not strong enough. My man said we're gonna throw it all on Julian. That's a good pick. Julian Rodriguez is a lot more seasoned and less flawed than Max Ornelas, so I ain't mad at that. I didn't make no pick for that fight. That's a tough fight. Cain is like 3 fights away. You didn't say it? No, Harold. You about to get blocked for the first time this year. For the first and not the last time. Bro, you did not. You said nothing. You literally said nothing yesterday. We talked about it. You said nothing yesterday on the phone. You were like, you didn't even acknowledge that they were fighting. That's what Harold does. Harold don't make no picks, and then if I happen to get it wrong, Harold's like, "Oh, well, I told you. I told you. The first I told you of the year."
told you I'm gonna block you. You guys are funny. Oh, yeah.
Round 4. Let's see if Omar Trinidad can get the knockout. You got some early you got 3 knockdowns. You the bigger guy. You stronger.
Why didn't he just stop the fight?
Put this guy away. Good right hand by Ornelas. He about to get caught again. He about to get caught again. Two minutes left here in round 2. It's not a matter of if, but when. Will Omar Trinidad put away Max Ornelas? Circle to the right, circle to the left. Trinidad stalking him. Good right hand from Trinidad. Good right hand from Ornelas, but he's not really committing to these shots. Like Andre Ward made a great point. He said he's throwing, get off. He's not throwing to hurt him. He's throwing just to, survive. Good counter from Ornelas, but Trinidad's not respecting it. He walks through the shots and walks right to him. Oh, good counter left by Ornelas. Now he's fighting in the pocket. Yeah, but if you're Trinidad, see, this is what I'm talking about. You need to put this guy away. You the bigger guy. You the stronger guy. You got 3 knockdowns, and you're starting to let him back into the fight.
Does that look bad on him?
Yeah. And a wise man once told me that fights don't really start to the 5th round. We in round 4.
Yeah.
So the fight starts the next round. Will Omar Trinidad be a front runner, or will he actually put this guy away? Because he's been in these kind of fights before. When he fought Floyd Diaz, Floyd dropped him a couple times, and he dived off the canvas and he boxed a very good fight and made it very competitive. Good left hook by Ornelas. Good right hand by Trinidad. Ornelas got caught pulling out. 30 seconds left here in round 4. Good left hook by Ornelas.
Holy shit, he beat the shit out of him.
Trinidad stalking Ornelas. Good right hand by Ornelas. Here we go. It looks like Max has caught a bit of a rhythm here. He's boxing pretty well. Omar hasn't really been able to get in range to land these power shots this round. Ornelas doing a good job shifting, moving his legs. That's an Ornelas round right there. So here you go. Like, that's what I'm saying. Omar, he showed that he was the bigger, stronger guy early on in the fight. He got 3 knockdowns, so you're like way up in the cards, but I thought he lost that round. This is what I'm saying. If you really wanted them top featherweights, you got to put him away now.
Yeah.
You show that you were bigger and stronger than him. Put him away.
Yeah. Don't give a fighter a chance of a life.
Ornelas doesn't want to fight. He just won the last round. He doesn't want to fight. He wants to box. That's his style. Well, Hyro, you're not high. Anybody that we happen to know that's not Angelo, you're not high on none of them. Because that's who you are. I can't help but notice how clean everything is. Red, white, and blue ropes, clean color, coordinated trunks, clean canvas, very little advertisements. Well, yeah, they want the. I mean, it's up for interpretation. Some people may see that as a bad thing because it's like, well, Zuffa just wants their brand. And you know what? The seats are starting to fill up a little bit. I just realized that it's not as empty as it was earlier. So that's good. All right, round 5. Can Omar Trinidad finally put away Max Ornelas? Or will Max Ornelas make this fight competitive down the stretch?
You think pro boxing lose a lot of fighters to come to Zuffa?
Yep. Omar Trinidad comes inside, and then the scorecard's interesting because Ornelas has won 2 of the 4 rounds, but he got dropped 3 times, and that's just like the Cash Flow Diaz fight.
Mm-hmm.
He won all the rounds. He didn't get knocked down in, but he just can't take a punch. His durability is terrible. Ooh, good right hand there by Ornelas, and Trinidad almost landed a big right hand that would have put him out.
Mm-hmm.
Just missed. Trinidad trying to be the boss on the inside. Good left hook to the body by Ornelas. Trinidad feints a right hand, but doesn't throw it. Good jab to the stomach there by Trinidad. Trinidad stalks Ornelas. Ornelas circles to his left, goes to his right. Omar Trinidad feints again. Stalking Ornelas. Nothing going on. Ornelas wings the left hook that's blocked by Trinidad. Trinidad lands a nice counter right hand. That'll stop him in his tracks. Good stuff there from Omar Trinidad. Omar Trinidad misses the left hook. Omar Trinidad's punch output has lowered, and like I said, you can't allow this fight to be a low output fight. That'll favor Max. Max likes slow output fights. Good right hand by Max Ornelas about 10 seconds ago. Another right hand from Max Ornelas. That landed. Left foot by Ornelas is blocked by Trinidad. Trinidad is not throwing as much. I think he's looking for that one big shot, and he's letting these rounds pass him by.
He's tired.
Good jab there by Trinidad, but he needs to throw it again. Good right hand again by Trinidad. Ooh, Max with the left hand. He shifted and do like a left hook. Yeah, there's blood coming from Max Ornelas' nose because Trinidad's just too strong for him. Good right hand to the body there from Omar Trinidad. And then Trinidad throws a right hand to the temple in the clinch. There's 30 seconds left here in round 5. Trinidad stalking Ornelas, looking for that one big shot. Good jab by Trinidad. Good jab. Yeah, I thought Trinidad won that round. That was a round. That's probably the first round Trinidad's won without a knockdown. Because like Ornelas couldn't really get into his offense that round. Right now, honestly, look, I'll keep it a fair with you guys. Unless Max Ornelas can get at least a knockdown or somehow knock this guy out, Omar's probably gonna get a nice victory here. Max not durable enough. I don't bet on boxing.
Ocampo's gonna win this one.
Pop said that you got Ocampo?
Yeah.
Pop's got Ocampo.
Fuck that Russian too. Screw that Irishman.
Well, Pops is putting Ocampo on a high upset alert or Walsh on an upset alert, right? You got Ocampo?
I mean,
Why you picking Ocampo?
Just looking at him, I'm just going my own. What I see from him, I think it's power. I think he's going to come out and show. Didn't this guy just fought the other day, a month ago or so?
Ocampo?
No. Who's the other Irishman that's got a farm now in Ireland?
I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know.
He just recently fought, and he won.
I mean, Walsh fought on the Crawford card.
Might have been him.
He fought Fernando Vargas' son.
Yeah, I think it was him.
But anyway, round 6. Well, can Omar Trinidad finally put away Max Ornelas? Yeah, Trinidad looked like he got a knockout here. He's on the front foot. He's getting aggressive here. He's had enough. He's had enough of this circling and moving around the ring. Good job there by Max Ornelas. Trinidad on the front foot, though, looking for the big shot. Good left foot by Ornelas. But Trinidad continues to march forward and look for the fight. Trinidad throws a jab that's blocked and then misses a big left hook. Ornelas rolls out, gets to the center of the ring. Ooh, good right hand by Ornelas. That's down the middle. Ooh, good body shot. And then a left hook to the head from Ornelas. Omar Trinidad continues to march forward, though. We'll see if Omar Trinidad has that mental fortitude to break this guy down and get him out of there. Nobody's ever broken him down and stopped him.
I mean, that 3 times he's still thinking.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
That's crazy.
I thought he was about to pack him up.
Yeah.
And then Max started getting into his rhythm. Omar misses the big left hook, misses the big right hand. Oh, gets countered by a left hook by Max, and then left hand hook to the body from Max, and Max Ornelas is exchanging with Omar Trinidad and winning some moments against him. Omar's punches are getting real loopy. He's missing.
6 rounds, is that right? That's crazy.
If only he didn't get dropped 3 times.
Yeah, you said he would last. You did say
I'm like,
go past 5, he was gonna last. After the 3 knockdowns, I thought it was gonna be a good night From Trinidad.
Yeah, Trinidad's having a hard time closing the gap now. He's having a harder.
Cut that ring.
Good left hook by Trinidad.
Yeah.
That misses, but like he like 5 punches and they all missed.
Yep.
Make sure y'all smash that like button. We here. ZUFFA Boxing, the inaugural card. Moment of history. There you go. 3 jabs there from Ornelas. And then a counter right hand from Max. Omar with a right hand that clips the temple of Max, but Max takes it well that time. Good jabs to the stomach there from Ornelas. Trinidad gets him on the front foot. Misses 3 punches. Good jab by Ornelas, and that's an Ornelas round. So I mean, he's probably up by like what? This is 10 rounds.
Oh wow!
I think Ornelas gonna lose by like a point.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He's gonna lose like a point. Omar gonna lose the next 4 rounds. He's gonna get discouraged. He's gonna start throwing all this wide stuff. I'll tell you this. What I'm noticing is, look, Omar's punches. You see, in the first 2-3 rounds when he was getting them knockdowns, they were nice. They were sharp.
Yeah.
They were short. Now you're starting to see he's having a hard time closing the gap. Max is circling that ring, and them punches are starting to get real wide. And when punches get real wide, if you stay nice and sharp, you just shoot it real short. Yo, if Max can get like a knockdown, I'm not saying to knock him out, but if he can get a knockdown to cancel out one of the 3 knockdowns he had.
Oh my God, yeah.
Now you're talking about him really being in the fight. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, he's tough, man. He's been in there with some good guys. The fight against Floyd Diaz was damn near identical to this. Floyd Diaz was beating the brakes off Max. Max couldn't take no punches, and all of a sudden Max just started banking rounds and had an argument to win that fight. He was very much in that fight towards the end. All right, round 7 of Omar Trinidad versus Max Ornelas. Trinidad wings the right hand that misses, and Ornelas ties him up. So now the boxer is starting to work his way into the fight. Trinidad, again, has him cornered, misses the right hand, gets smothered, and Ornelas lands a left hook to the body.
Shooting, getting out the way.
Oh, good left hook to the body from Ornelas again. He's starting to get real sick in that pocket. Omar's getting frustrated. Another jab by Ornelas that lands. This is the Max Ornelas I know. The guy that will frustrate you, that'll box you, that shit. Look, he shifts to southpaw, shoots the left hook, and it lands on Omar and ties him up. That's the Max I know. The craft, the footwork. You know, that's the guy that I wanted to see from round 1, but he has this habit in these fights of getting off to these terrible starts. Then he gets sharp.
Oh, that's a trait.
He can't just be sharp from round 1. He got to get dropped a couple times. Then he gets sharp. Look, Omar missed another left hook.
Yeah, I think
Omar's getting frustrated.
Yeah, I can't cut the ring for nothing now.
Good left hook to the body and to the head from Max Ornelas, and then a nice long sharp jab that scores. Omar is stalking, but Omar is getting frustrated. Max ties him up, disrupts the timing of Trinidad. I'll tell you this: we're halfway through round 7. I think Max is winning this round right now.
Mm-hmm.
Omar got to do something to take the play away from Max. Max is starting to fight his kind of a fight.
Getting comfortable.
Get out the way. Yeah. And he's starting to see these body shots in. Another jab from Max Ornelas that scores. Omar throws a right hand that maybe grazed him.
And Trinidad was like a heavy favorite?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Good jab there from Ornelas moving backwards.
Yeah, Carlos again too.
Good body shot there from Trinidad. That's what you need, Omar. Make him feel your presence. Make him feel like you're really the bigger man.
I still think that was that guy's winning on us. When I win this round.
Good left hook to the body from Ornelas, and then a right hand to the body from Ornelas.
You stay away.
Omar Trinidad's output is dipping. Right hand, sharp right hand from Ornelas that snaps Omar's head back. And now I see what I'm starting to notice is Omar ain't walking straight forward no more.
Yeah.
Omar's holding them feet, and he's trying to figure out what to do. Good body shot there from Ornelas, and he's working his way back into this fight. Look, he's shifting. That's the Max I know. There's the skills I'm talking about. That's what all you gotta do to get Max Ornelas to box is knock him down 2 or 3 times. That's all you gotta do. He's boxing very well.
Yeah,
I thought he won that round.
Yeah.
It's starting to tighten up.
Yeah,
because he won the first round. What was that? Round 7?
Yeah.
He won round 7. He won round 6.
Yeah.
Wow,
that's crazy.
He's won maybe 4 rounds.
It was 10, 35 to 10, and all of a sudden he's right into the.
He's right there. My man said, where is it? C Miller, shout out to you. He says, BT the GOAT. Bro, I was watching an MMA YouTuber stream of this, and they were bashing boxing. Well, they listen, forgive the Lord for they know what they not do. They don't know what they're talking about. So you can't really get mad at them. They don't know any better. It's a good show so far. I'm glad to have old school throwback Friday night. That's what I'm saying. I hope this continues. I hope we can continue to get, fights like this. Shame Jonas let Merriweather go. Pro Box ain't been the same since Chris Glover left. Hope you're well, BT. And shout out to Talkers. Hope you're well, Talkers. Good to see you, champ. Yeah, man. Pro Box, I like Pro Box. They still do put on good shows, but Chris Glover's a great boxing guy. So anytime you lose a guy like him, you're gonna lose a little bit of quality. You understand? C Miller, shout out to you with the super chat. $1.99. Shout out to you, champ. Thank you for the love and the support. Make sure y'all follow his example.
Come on.
But anyway, we're around 8, guys. It's tightening up. Omar Trinidad's getting slow. Omar Trinidad is having a hard time of making Max Ornelas feel his physicality like he was earlier. And Max is circling. He's boxing. He's moving. This is the guy that I thought I was going to see for the duration of this fight.
Yeah, the movement still problems to Trinidad.
Omar Trinidad still stalking, throws a chopping right hand that misses. Max ties him up. And that's all Max doing. Max is making him miss the right hand. He's smothering him, and he's just tying him up. There you go. Max not really scoring with the jab there, but he's the busier guy right now. 2 minutes left here in round 8. Good jab there from Trinidad, but then Trinidad misses the right hand. Good up jab there by Max.
36.
Omar is starting to close that distance a little bit better here. Good right hand by Trinidad. That's much better. Came behind the double jab through the right hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then Thomas Taylor actually just warned Trinidad because he saw an elbow there and he didn't like that. So warning given to Trinidad there from referee Thomas Taylor. Yeah, Omar's jabbing a bit better this round. Good jab there by Max Ornelas, better. Good left hook by Ornelas. And then a jab going backwards. Yeah, Max with a nice uppercut there. Yeah, honestly, what might save Trinidad in this fight is those 3 knockdowns, because the way I see it, like Andre Ward just said, he's starting to give this fight away. I mean, 3 knockdowns is a lot. 48 seconds left here in round number 8. Oh, good jab into the right hand from Ornelas. There you go. Good jab again by Ornelas to the body. Another one to the body. 30 seconds left. It's still anybody's round. I think Max might be winning this round because Omar ain't really doing a whole lot, and Max is the ring general. He's dictating where this fight's being fought, how it's fought, the pace, how it's being fought. This is where getting 3 knockdowns can work against you because you were so dominant. So now anytime the fight looks a little closer, they might just give the other guy the rounds because you were so dominant early on. It can work against you. Oh, good body shot by Trinidad to end the round. But I don't know. What do you think, Pops? Ornelas won that round?
I think Trinidad barely took it.
He might have won that round.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
But Ornelas fighting a good fight. Considering he got knocked down 3 times, I thought he was done.
Adel Perez, what's good, champ? Compton in the building. Good to see you, champ. All as well. We're here watching the inaugural ZUFFA Boxing card, watching an interesting featherweight fight right now between Omar Trinidad and Max Ornelas. I mean, Trinidad got 3 knockdowns. I thought he was about to put this dude in a blender. But then Max did what he did. Same thing he did in the Cashflow Diaz fight.
But you said he's gonna be like that. You said
he woke up.
Yeah.
He started boxing and moving, and now Trinidad's punches are getting real wide, and
he frustrated him too.
But I'm saying, look, even though we think that Trinidad probably won that round because he was so dominant early on, now that he's not as dominant and things are tightening up, judges might give the round to Ornelas. That happens a lot in boxing.
You still think the outcome will be him, Trinidad winning?
I completely forgot there was even a Golden Boy card after this.
Is there?
Yeah, there's a Golden Boy card. I forgot about it, to be honest with you. I'm actually like excited to see what's going on here. Thomas Taylor talking to Max Ornelas. What's happening here? So Ornelas' right arm, he's grimacing his right arm, and it looked like they were gonna stop the fight. We're here in round number 9. Well, he doesn't use his right arm anyway. He's just jabs, left hooks all the time. So round 9, let's see. Ornelas probably apparently has a big problem with his right arm, and it damn near stopped the fight. Max, they're gonna monitor that. He better throw his right hand. Good jab there from Trinidad. So now Trinidad knows this guy's right arm is wounded.
That's crazy.
Now Omar Trinidad looks like he got a whole new breath of fresh air, a burst of energy now.
Shoulder popped up.
Good right hand there from Trinidad. Trinidad lands a left hook as Max Ornelas rolled out. Ornelas circles to his right. Good left hook upstairs by Trinidad.
Mm-hmm.
He's not throwing anything with his right. Yeah.
How the hell did the referee see that?
I don't know. Decent jab there by Ornelas, but see now Trinidad knows that everything punch that's coming is coming with the left hand. So now he's getting more loose with his torso. He's making this guy miss a lot more now, and he's getting into his offense a little bit more easier. Good defense there from Ornelas, but nothing's coming back. The crazy thing is, even though I would say Trinidad is winning this round right now, it's still pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
Trinidad's not doing a whole lot to separate himself this round. If Ornelas can have a good minute here, good left hook by Trinidad. Good jab there by Ornelas. Ooh, good left hook by Trinidad. All right, so Ornelas just threw his first right hand to the body there, but it's not keeping Trinidad off of him at all. Good stuff there from Trinidad, though. You know, his right arm just didn't start hurting out of nowhere. He must have been hitting that arm in the clinches, and now Trinidad is staying right on top of him. Whips a right hand upside his head in the clinch. Another right hand. Ornelas throws a left hook to the body that doesn't really do anything to Trinidad. Trinidad marches forward, gets hit by a couple jabs. That's Trinidad round. So, listen, unless Max Ornelas lands a shot from the heavens, a shot from the gods that's going to knock this guy out, Omar will win a decision. But again, he
should have had more out earlier.
He's going to lose this fight the same way he lost to Floyd Diaz. He got destroyed in a couple rounds as far as the knockdowns. Wait, Thomas Taylor's in the Max Ornelas corner. What's going on here? What's going on?
They asked him about the shoulder.
They're asking about the arm. It's the last round.
They get popped.
Max Ornelas says we're good. Thomas Taylor is contemplating stopping the fight because of the right arm, but we're heading into the last round. And Omar Trinidad hasn't really, since the early part of the fight, shown that he can knock him out.
Come on, guys, make a decision.
There you go. So Thomas Taylor tells Max Ornelas, I need to see some defense. You got to show me something in this round or I'm going to stop it. Because that last round, he didn't do anything. Oh, so they just show the replay of when Max injured his arm. He threw a right hand. Omar threw him between the shot and grazed him right on the bicep. and his shoulder popped out. So that was like 2 or 3 rounds ago. But anyway, we go to round 10. Can Omar Trinidad put the exclamation point in this fight? Can Max Ornelas find a shot from the gods? Odds are Max probably gonna go the distance, like I told you guys while he was getting destroyed in the 3rd round. Oh no, he's not. No, he's not. Thomas Taylor waves the fight off because of Max Ornelas' right arm, and Omar Trinidad gets a stoppage. So Omar wins. Hey, I was wrong about Omar. He won the fight, but he got some. Listen, he got to tighten up, man, before he fight them elites. But shout out to him. Prove me wrong. Shout out to my boy Sean. He says, what's Sean saying? He says, much love, brother. About to start my extravaganza. Well, take a shot every time they say ZUFFA Boxing. Yeah, man. They're gonna say that early and they're gonna say it often. They're gonna call it the best knockout they've ever. Yes, very, very, very impressive, Sean. I'll tell you this, man. Omar Trinidad, good for him. One thing about him is that he's finding ways to win against the competition he's fighting. Man, they gotta, when he really steps up to that elite level, man, I think he's gonna be in some trouble. I remember you talking about this fight, man. Max is showing he's game for getting up off those knockouts. I knew he would. Like I knew I've watched enough Omar Trinidad to know that he was not going to finish Max Ornelas. I just don't understand why. Why is it every time this guy fights in a notable fight, why does he need to get dropped a couple of times before he starts boxing nice and sharp? The way he was boxing in those middle rounds, that's the Max I know. But for some reason, and some fighters are like this, some fighters, especially guys who get a lot of high-level sparring, they go into sparring mode and they gotta get clipped a couple times before they really start fighting. Good prelim. You know what? I gotta say, decent, solid prelim. Every fight was action-packed. That boy Omar Trinidad is over the moon, and I guarantee you saw my video. So, why does it feel that Dre and Max Kellerman are at odds? I'll tell you this. Max Kellerman is in love with Andre Ward. I mean, I can't say what I want to say because it's inappropriate and my sister's over there, but I'm very sure Max Kellerman and Andre Ward are not at odds. Max Kellerman loves Andre Ward. Those punches weren't even powerful enough to drop him. No, but you know, I guess they felt like with his bicep, they wanted to wave it off. I mean, look, I feel like it was the 10th round. If Max Ornelas was okay with fighting with the bicep, with the shoulder, they should have allowed him at least the common decency to finish, because Omar Trinidad was throwing winging shots, even with an injured Ornelas in front of him. He couldn't really put him away. So, I mean, you could say it was premature, but I ain't complaining. It wasn't like Max was really giving the referee much of a reason for the fight to continue. So it is what it is. Good shout out to Omar Trinidad. Do you think Ornelas should stay at featherweight or move up to lightweight? Whatever he wants. He says, I told you Ornelas wasn't good. I told you, but you guys never want to believe me. Bro, Omar Trinidad lost like 4 or 5 rounds to Max. I mean, yeah, Max got dropped a couple of times, but 3 times. But my stance to Omar is still the same. He's a L waiting to happen. I wonder if these guys are asked to fight a certain way. Just a thought. I don't think so, Sean, because Ornelas is not like an aggressive fighter, and he fights like how he always fights in most of his fights. So I would say, at least from the guys that I know on the prelims, all the guys on the prelims who I've seen fight, they all fought like their normal selves. If they were more aggressive, it was just because there was like a massive skill gap. Like, for example, Robert Merriweather, that guy he fought from Idaho, he was nowhere close in skill to him, but he was tough, he was durable, he was willing to, fight. So that's what I'm saying, Matt. Like, I don't understand why anybody would ever think that Max Kellerman and Andre would ever be at odds, because okay. I don't understand why anybody would ever think that Andre Ward and Max Kellerman would ever be at odds. Max Kellerman has a hard on for Andre Ward. Um, yeah, yeah. I saw that. I mean, yeah, I don't know if his style. To me, his style wasn't all that different. I felt like he fought like he normally does. What do you think, Sean? Do you think his style was much different? It didn't seem that much different to me. Everyone stayed in the pocket in each fight until Ornelas couldn't anymore. I know Dana White talked to guys and me about that. Anyways, love you, Brennan. As always, great job. Yeah, shout out to Sean Tell. Make sure y'all go run it up on Sean's channel. He's doing a great job out there in Vegas. Hey, by the way, Sean, I applied for my Ryan Garcia Barrios credentials, so I should be out there soon. Well, for fight week at least. Yeah, I mean, everyone stayed in the pocket, but like Robert Merriweather stayed in the pocket because that guy that he fought was so below him in skill that he could. But I hear you. I hear you. Yeah. Like I never really graded him that highly. Like I think he's a good fighter. He's a good kid. He's a solid fighter. They've done a great job matching him. He's being some good. To his credit, he's being some solid fighters in his career. I don't know if he's gonna be. I don't know if he'll become world champion, but he's doing what he needs to do. My boy said maybe at odds wasn't the right term. Yeah, they're not. They're definitely not at odds. Like Max Kellerman loves Andre Ward too much. Yeah, honestly, with with this fight with ZUFFA Boxing, Sean, the approach that I feel like I have to take is a wait and see approach because Dana White doesn't even know what, or at least he says he doesn't know what he's gonna do and this, that, and the third. I'm taking it for what it is. It's a new boxing entity entering our sport. And these companies always start off strong. All of them do, but we'll see where they're at 6 months from now, 9 months from now, a year from now, and that's when we're gonna know. But so far, I mean, decent, solid. But shout out to everybody here. It's your boy BT, the untouchable True School Sports Empire. We are now heading into the main portion of the card. If you guys are wondering about this card, let me give you guys the my little recap. Okay, my little recap while we're sitting here and waiting for what's going to be an absolute banger between Cain Sandoval, Cain Sandoval and Julian Rodriguez. So look, just recapping this entire card so far. I would say good action fights. You're not going to get there weren't any fight of the years or anything like that, but there also weren't really any duds. I feel like every fight was pretty solid. Troy Nash, upcoming prospect, he won a decision in his fight against Jacob Ramos. Ramos was a come forward pressure fighter, gave him some close it. Gave him some fits, gave him some problems in spots of that fight. Nash, just close it. Yeah, close it. Gave him some fits, gave him some problems in some of the rounds of those fights. And Nash won. It was probably one of the better prelim openers I've seen in a while. Then you had Robert Merriweather, who fought a complete mismatch. Like that Cesar Correa guy, this guy right here, Cesar Correa, dude's from Idaho. If you look at his record, like he fought all these random Mexican dudes, 0-0, 1-4, debut, 2-9, 1-2. So he hadn't really fought no one. Merriweather's been in the Vegas gyms for a while, well-schooled boxer. He won a decision, and it really was a shutout. But towards the back half of that fight, after round 4, as much of this guy Correa wasn't on that level, wasn't on par with him skill-wise, he was able to get to him and have his fair share of success. So I have my questions about Merriweather as he steps up to the 8-round level, the 10-round level. Might be a bit of a front runner, and I think his offensive bag needs to improve a bit more. But nonetheless, for this level, it was a good win. Emilio Cardenas, Robert Garcia prospect, he wound up getting a good solid win over Marcus Harris. There were some good exchanges in the fight. So yeah, he's undefeated. And then in the last fight, a fight that I was very confident about, Omar Trinidad scored 3 knockdowns, but still somehow managed to look unimpressive the rest of the fight. And he gets a 10th round anticlimactic referee stoppage in the 10th round because of Max Ornelas' right bicep. And he proved me wrong, but I still have my questions about him. But either way, 4 solid fights. There weren't really any duds or overly boring fights. So we'll see how ZUFFA Boxing looks as we head into the meat and potatoes, the main portion of our card. But shout out to everybody here. It's your boy BT, Brennan Taylor, the untouchable True School Sports Empire. We are live here. We'll be live again tomorrow for Andy Cruz versus Raymond Ratas. So make sure you guys tune in for that one. It is also worth noting for the main event, Callum Walsh versus Carlos Ocampo. Pops is going with the upset. He has Ocampo knockout or decision.
Fucking knockout. Send him back to Ireland.
He has him by knockout. He said he's going by the Ireland. So make of that what you will. Tucker says, "I'll hit you up next week, BT. I have some interesting news." All right, I'll be waiting. Your favorite Korean is having a career resurgence. My boy Yi Jun Kim, he's back. Shout out to Yi, or is it Jong Seong Kang? Which Korean is it? By the way, guys, just so you guys know, the next fight on the card might be the best fight on the card. Forget Callum Walsh. Forget any of these fights happened before. This fight right here, guys. This Cain Sandoval, Julian. This your kind of fight.
Yeah, you told me.
This gonna be
don't blink.
One of them fights. Like you got Julian Rodriguez, an aggressive, heavy-handed counter puncher.
Yeah.
Formerly the #1 ranked amateur in the country. Wow. Once a big-time top ranked prospect. Only loss was to Jose Pedraza. Got back on the scene by upsetting Avius Griffin, who was on an upward trajectory. Now he's fighting Cain Sandoval, and Cain's had a good run of fights on these UFC Fight Pass cards. I know he's making a lot of noise out there in the Northern California area. I spent 44 days out in Northern California when I was in camp with Yugo Osaki. So obviously I was talking to a lot of people in the gyms, and one of the guys that people in Northern California just can't stop raving about is Sugar Cain Sandoval. So he's getting the biggest test of his career against a real experienced, seasoned, heavy-handed counterpuncher, Julian Rodriguez, and it's going to be one of them bangers. So I'll tell you this: if this fight don't deliver on action, then I don't know. I'll be disappointed a little bit in this card. Shout out to my guy Matt Borgeson with the super chat. He says, "I think Ocampo beats Walsh. Walsh is meh, in my opinion." What do you think, Pops? Have you seen Walsh fight before?
Yes, I thought he fought not too long ago. Doesn't he own a farm in Ireland with his wife or something?
Yeah, she's an MMA fighter.
Yeah. Oh, I got confused.
She's no. Yeah, like he's got a girl.
Okay.
But it's not. I don't think they live in Ireland. I think they live in America.
Okay.
But yeah, they own a farm.
Yes, that's what got it.
I mean, look, I'm here for it. You guys know I love upsets, so I'm here for it. I like Walsh as far as him, like what he could do for boxing, as far as like being a ticket seller and things like that. I like him for that. Yeah. But as a fighter, as skill set wise, I got my questions about him as well. But this fight right here, listen, this fight probably should have been the main event. This has been the fight that has drawn the most interest during fight week. This is the fight with the two most explosive fighters on the card, and it's not even the co-main event.
That's crazy.
It's not even the co-main event. So here we go. Cain Sandoval makes his way to the ring right now, guys. Coming to you guys live and direct from Sacramento, California. He's trained by Freddie Roach, for those that know him, for those that don't know. Lex Luthor, he says that ref was BS. He's bad for boxing. He calls a stoppage every single time. Yeah, I didn't think they should have stopped it, but I'm also not like overly angry about it because he told Max, "You got to show me." He gave him a warning. Yeah. You got it. So if he's giving you a warning, that means he's telling you got a short leash. And he didn't really do what he needed to do, unfortunately. So I mean, I like Max. I wanted him to win, but it's how the cookie crumbles in the fight game sometimes. Shout out to Matt again. He says, "I thought it was crazy they put Julian Rodriguez versus Avius Griffin as an underdog. It was the easiest money I've ever made, knowing boxing pays out sometimes." Yeah. Avius Griffin was a good fighter. I mean, he was strong guy, rangy. I had seen a couple of his fights before that, but even with me not even really paying that much attention to that fight going in, just a little bit that I know about Julian Rodriguez, because I remember when I covered Crawford Lundy all those years ago, and he was a big time top-ranked prospect. Almost 10 years. No, that's Elvis Rodriguez. This dude from New Jersey. This dude from Hoboken, New Jersey. Okay, you're thinking about Dominicans.
Yeah.
Now this guy from New Jersey, but Julian Rodriguez is now.
Who you got winning?
I didn't make a prediction for this fight. To me, this I
Even fight. Even.
If I gotta lean one, if you ask me who am I gonna lean towards, I'll probably say Julian Rodriguez by decision.
I think
experience, but we'll see. I'm not,
Yeah.
I think it can go either way.
Eight first round knockouts. Jeez.
Oh no, they don't call them hammer hands for no reason.
Yeah.
Shinobi says, and shout out to you, Shinobi, out there in New Mexico. He says, I'm loving these short promos before each fight. It gains your interest in every fight as opposed to just the main attraction. I was just telling my boy Johnny that. My boy, shout out to Johnny. One thing I'm loving about Zuffa so far, early impressions, is that, like, okay, they're giving even the B-sides that you never heard of. They're giving them a little shine, letting you know where they're from, letting you know, like, okay, how they came up. So then you get like a bit more invested in, the story of the fight rather than just, okay, this is the A-side guy. We want him to win, and this guy is just a body. So I like that aspect of it. So that's probably one of the things from UFC that they're bringing to now boxing. Haro says, what's crazy, and this is a Haro observation. He says, what's crazy is that there's no Dominicans or Cubans in ZUFFA Boxing at all.
Give it time.
Give it time. A lot of you guys are loving those Julian Rodriguez odds. Yeah, if I was to bet on this fight, I would take Julian Rodriguez as underdog all day. That's
71.
No, plus 130. That's what I'm saying. Like, Julian Rodriguez was blue chip. I mean, Jose Pedraza revived his career off of beating Julian Rodriguez.
Wow.
Before Jose Pedraza started losing all these fights, he had a little resurgence. It's in 2021, 2020 when he beat Javier Molina, Julian Rodriguez, these kind of guys.
This guy can pop too.
All right, here we go, guys. This to me, this is the best fight on the card. They should be ashamed of themselves. They make this the main event.
Well, it's their first time.
They just love Callum Walsh.
Yeah.
No, but Callum Walsh is their guy. You know what? I thought that guy behind on the right was Bill Haney.
Yeah.
The guy to the right of Julian Rodriguez. I thought that was Bill Haney for a second.
Everybody got a twin.
All right, so here we go. The introductions are done. All the talking is done.
Yeah.
A lot of people in the chat are picking Callum Walsh to get knocked the hell out today by Ocampo. Yeah. No.
Not yet.
My man said Julian Rodriguez is trained by Lawrence Fishburne. Lawrence Fishburne, yeah, from Boys in the Hood. Anyway, round one, Julian Rodriguez versus Cain Sandoval. Gonna be an absolute banger. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, all that blase. We're here at True School Sports, the inaugural ZUFFA Boxing card.
Not bad. Not a competitor.
Hammer hands in the white trunks, Cain Sandoval in the black trunks. Julian Rodriguez circles to his left. Obviously, one thing you can see off the bat is who the quicker guy is foot-wise, and that's definitely Rodriguez. But Cain Sandoval is confident. He thinks he's going to get to Julian Rodriguez. Good right hand in the body there from Rodriguez. Good up jab there by Hammer Hands. Cain Sandoval marches forward in the high guard. Got that Mexican style, that Mexican posture. That Rodriguez circles to his right, goes to his left, pumps the jab out. That's blocked there by Sandoval. Good feint there by Rodriguez.
Mm-hmm.
Good feint there by Sandoval. Right now, Rodriguez doing a good job circling the ring, and that's why he wants to fight. He wants to circle the ring and keep Cain Sandoval resetting. Sandoval with a good jab to the stomach. Sandoval hasn't really opened up yet. Good footwork there by Rodriguez. Sandoval had him on the ropes and couldn't keep him pinned. Yeah, right now one of the biggest things I'm seeing is clearly a glaring glaring gap in foot speed. So this is where Cain Sandoval's ring craft needs to come into play. And he might not have it because he hasn't really fought anyone at this level.
Mm-hmm.
Good boxing here from Julian Rodriguez early on in the fight, and then a good right hand and an uppercut that lands from hammer hands. Nice solid jab again by Rodriguez. Rodriguez boxing a very patient fight. He's taking what Cain Sandoval is giving him. Cain Sandoval is not opening up because he knows that Julian Rodriguez has sharp counters and heavy hands. Mm-hmm. Good jab there by Cain Sandoval. Good body shot again by Cain Sandoval, but a good body shot by Rodriguez, and then a right hand by Sandoval as Rodriguez pulls out. 12 seconds left here in round one. Sandoval is like just pawing with that jab. He's not really stepping in with it.
Nah, I think you just still get him.
Good right hand by Sandoval, but then a right hand by Rodriguez to end the round. So Sandoval did a better job of getting to Julian towards the end of that round, but clearly a Julian Rodriguez round. He boxed how he wanted to box, circling the ring. Sandoval didn't get much to work with, but he did the veteran thing that you do, which is take what the opponent gives you, just touching him to the stomach, circling around him. He landed one nice little counter right uppercut. So yeah, one nothing Rodriguez. Shout out to my boy Matt Borgeson. He says Julian Rodriguez was a sparring partner of Manny Pacquiao for the Mayweather fight. If you didn't know, also he wobbled Gervonta in the amateurs. Yes, I'm very aware of that Gervonta story because it's been told on a lot of the podcast interviews he's done. And yeah, he was in a lot of high-level camps. I remember like back in 2016, whenever his name was brought up, that was always mentioned how he was one of the top sparring partner for guys like Pacquiao and things like that. So yeah, he's probably he's had a very he's probably the happiest guy in the world that he gets to go to ZUFFA Boxing now, and he gets treated more, like more of a priority as toward a top rank. He was just one of many prospects. So he seemed very excited about it, and this is a great opportunity for him to really stick his flag in the ground and become one of the premier fighters for ZUFFA Boxing as they start this new venture. But yeah, thank you, Matt. Appreciate you. Hyro says BT, and round two just started. BT, do you think there's more people there than any pro box fight? Nah, it's about the same. Like pro box gets like a couple hundred. There's a couple hundred there as well. There's only 300. UFC Apex capacity is only about 300, so I don't see much difference in it. But pro box has had big shows in bigger arenas than that. But round two, Cain Sandoval starting to open up now. I feel like he's now got into his little rhythm, and now he's walking down on Julian Rodriguez and throws an uppercut that's blocked by Rodriguez. Lands a left hook to the body, but Rodriguez with a big counter left hook up top, and then another one by Julian Rodriguez. Good body shot, and then an uppercut to the head. So the money punch for Rodriguez so far early in this fight has been the right uppercut. He landed one in the first round, and he's landed two here in the second round, to the body and to the head. Good counter right hand up top by Rodriguez. Good body shots there by Rodriguez. And then an overhand right by Rodriguez. Cain Sandoval is walking into a whole lot of counters, and then an up jab there from Hammer Hands. Hammer Hands doing a great job. He's up to a great start. Good right hand to the body from Hammer Hands, and then a left hook to the body from Hammer Hands, and then a jab up top from Hammer Hands. Hammer Hands is laying the hammer all over Cain Sandoval in this first round, but Cain Sandoval, Sugar Cane, Sacramento's very own, he remains undeterred. He's walking forward. Good right hand by Cain Sandoval. Good uppercut by Rodriguez. Left hook to the body from Rodriguez. Rodriguez circles to his right. Yeah, right now, Hammer Hands is in control, which you would think though, with the Mexican style, generally speaking, like the guys with the Cain Sandoval, that style normally takes them 4 rounds, 3, 4, 5 rounds. So normally a guy like Rodriguez will always bank the early rounds. So it's kind of gone how you thought it would go. But I'll tell you this, he's not just landing jabs and little pity pat shots. No. Hammer Hands is finding a range for the left hook to the body, the right hook to the body, the right uppercut to the head. Like he's finding a home early for power shots, which is not a good sign. So Cain Sandoval, Freddie Roach, he better make some adjustments quickly and swiftly.
So you got what? Rodriguez winning?
He's beating him easy. And if Sugar Cane don't make an adjustment, he's not gonna see the 6th round. Because this dude got bricks in his hands and he's quick. He's got like these teeth, like that teeth from Lopez, the quick twitch muscles. Yeah. But
when he hit you,
got very good boxing skills. This guy at one point in time was the #1 ranked amateur in the country in his weight class.
Wow.
So is Edwin De Los Santos signed with any promoter? I think he'd be the perfect fit for Zuffa. As far as big time promoters, no, but he might be signed to Sean Boxing, which is a big it's the biggest promotional company in the Dominican Republic.
Is it?
Yeah, he just fought. Shout out to Hyro, because me and Hyro were watching his last fight last night on Sean Boxing. What y'all know about Sean Boxing? No, not Sean. It's not SEAN. It's SHAUN. Sean Boxing. But anyway, we go to round 3 of Hammer Hands Rodriguez versus Sugar Cain Sandoval. Sandoval got to make an adjustment. He got to get to Rodriguez. Right now, Rodriguez doing a great job mixing up boxing and slugging and counterpunching.
Like you said, keep you in circles, making it harder on making Sandoval to reset.
Good left hook up top by Hammer Hands. And the good thing that Hammer Hands does well, he varies that jab. Sometimes it's the straight jab, sometimes it's the up jab. And look, right now, Sandoval got him on the ropes and can't really do nothing with him. Rodriguez has been too slick for him. Yeah. Very, very intelligent boxing from the New Jersey native. Go! Hold on.
Okay, get out of here. You Did he win the top ranked fighter?
Yeah, he was a top ranked fighter.
Okay, now.
My bad, guys. That's right. You're right. He's a Adrian Clark Fighters First management fighter. You're right. Because I just saw him in that little video they did on Instagram. But right now, guys, not much has changed. Cain Sandoval got Julian Rodriguez on the ropes, and he's still getting countered left, right, and center. Body shot. Oh my God. A body shot from Julian Rodriguez. All them nice knockouts he got, all them guys he put to the canvas and was punching holes through. He's not doing that with Julian Rodriguez. And he was very disrespectful in the buildup. And Rodriguez was very respectful and was giving them nice warnings. And right now, Rodriguez is fighting much better than he talked, and Cain Sandoval ain't talking much better than he fought. Or he's not fighting he's not fighting as good as he was talking, I should say. Last minute here in round 3, Julian Rodriguez is on his way to a 3-0 start. Good jab there from Julian Rodriguez. Again, walk him to the right. Oh, good counter left hook from Hammer Hands. And then a left hook to the body, and then a right hook to the body, and the right uppercut. Yo, he is beating the brakes off this dude. This is a clinic. Yo, Julian Rodriguez, Hammer Hands is putting on a clinic right now. If you're not watching Julian Hammer Hands Rodriguez right now, you're not watching boxing. He's putting on a clinic. See, this is why experience matters. Cain Sandoval is used to being able to get to these guys earlier and throw 4 or 5 punches, and these guys cower away. This is a guy that's poised, that's slick, that has punching power to boot and boxing skills. well-seasoned fighter, real professional. 3-0, hammer hands Rodriguez. Shout out to Kato 1213. He says, man, I hate the Zuffa uniform that they're importing from UFC. You know what's crazy? Even the pictures when they show the fighters on the tail of the tape, they even look like the UFC pictures. I can't explain it, but you guys know what I'm talking. Like, you guys know when they show the tail of the tape of UFC, it looks the same way. My man Canis Gunner says that the pressure is starting to get to Julian Rodriguez. You think so? I don't know, man. I mean, Cain is able. He's been able to close the gap a lot more, but he's not. When he gets there, he's not really doing anything. But we'll see. You know, pressure is one of those things that doesn't really show itself oftentimes until the 5th, the 6th, 7th round. We're now just entering the 4th round. So, you know, like I said earlier, with that Mexican high guard volume punching style, and normally the guy like with the style like Julian Rodriguez normally banks the early rounds. All right, round 4. Let's see if Cain can get to Julian a bit more here. Rodriguez circles to his left. Good body shot there from Cain Sandoval. Sandoval throws a right hand that just misses, but he's getting in better position. Like I will definitely say Sandoval is starting to get into some better positions now to land on Rodriguez, and Rodriguez's punch output has dipped a little bit here. Oh, good body shot there from Rodriguez, and then a left hook to the head, and then a right hook to the body. Beautiful punch selection from Rodriguez, and a tap on the inside. This is where Rodriguez is trying to use that grown man strength on Sugar Cain Sandoval. Good left hooks to the body from Sugar Cain Sandoval. Good body shots there from Cain. Good counter left hook by Rodriguez. So Cain having a bit more success here in round 4, but I think Rodriguez is still finding some answers. Good jab there by Hammer Hands. Hammer Hands goes to his right. Good body shot from Cain Sandoval. Good body shots there from Rodriguez. Good body shots there from Rodriguez. And then a left hook up top by Julian Rodriguez. But Sandoval remains undeterred. And that pressure is starting to get to him a little bit. I'm starting to see Cain Sandoval land some shots with that guard. And I don't see Rodriguez moving as much now. But he's still moving enough. He's moving enough. 46 seconds left here in round 4. Good body shot there from Sandoval. Rodriguez on the ropes in the high guard, not doing a whole bunch of moving here. I think. Oh, good body shot from the Cain Sandoval again. Good body shot from Rodriguez. It's a close round here in round 4. I don't know, man. Last 10 seconds. Good body shots from Cain Sandoval, but I don't know, man. I think even like Cain had probably his best round of the fight thus far, but I think Julian Rodriguez still was the sharper, cleaner, more effective puncher. I got him up 4-0. Some of y'all might give Sandoval that round, but I think if you give Sandoval that round, I feel like that's a sympathy round. I thought Julian won that round. Shout out to Shinobi. He says, what would be your biggest critique of this show? I really don't like how minimalistic and generic the graphics look, but I've enjoyed everything else so far. My biggest critique. Honestly, I've enjoyed this show for what it's such a solid show. I don't really have much right now. Like, to be honest, you're not going to really hear too many critiques of me about ZUFFA Boxing until about 3 or 4 shows in. Because I feel like it's too early to critique anything or even go crazy or anything. I'm taking the wait and see approach. I don't really have any critique right now. I mean, if you want me to give a critique, you know, I'm not a big Andre Ward guy, so having Andre Ward on commentary, that's my main critique. Yeah. Nah, but you know what? Andre Ward's not a bad commentator. I wasn't the biggest fan of him as a fighter. Anyway, hold on. Let me I gotta refresh this thing. My Paramount Plus done went out on me. But shout out to everybody. Make sure you smash that like button. Pops got Callum Walsh getting upset later on.
Yep, that's right.
ZUFFA Boxing.
You think you'll see any Japanese boxers coming here?
Huh?
Down the road with ZUFFA Boxing?
There's a couple guys they could use. There's one guy that I think will be a superstar on ZUFFA Boxing.
Oh, you think Mr. Honda won't allow it? Oh.
Well, the Japanese fighters that will come to ZUFFA Boxing wouldn't be Mr. Honda fighters. It'd be guys that get forgotten about.
Okay.
Hold on, guys. Gotta pick my Paramount Plus. Come on, man. Come on, Paramount.
That snow coming in.
There you go. All right, finally. Oh. All right, round 5. Let's see if Sandoval's pressure can finally get to Rodriguez, because this is about the time. Round 5, round 6.
He's not moving as fluid as he was.
Sandoval gets Rodriguez to the ropes. Rodriguez rolls out, gets the fight back in the center of the ring. Sandoval throws a right hand that just misses and then grazes him with a little shovel right uppercut. Rodriguez lands a jab. Sandoval lands a jab. Rodriguez doesn't like it, and he ties up. So Rodriguez beginning to show some signs of fatigue. You know, in the build-up, Sandoval was saying my pressure's different.
Yeah,
and I wouldn't say it's that different, but you know, he's been able to be effective, more effective these last couple rounds than he was earlier in the fight, as you would expect. Good jab there from Rodriguez. Good body shots there from Sandoval.
Damn, this guy pieced him up in the face. Really was red. Or just me.
Well, good jab from Rodriguez. Rodriguez is a talent. He's always red.
Yeah.
always red.
Yeah, we did that. What are you talking about?
Good jab by Rodriguez. Good body shots there from Sandoval. Nice right hand by Sandoval. Good body shot there by Sandoval. Right uppercut to the body. That might be, I don't know. That might be Sandoval's first round.
Wow.
It's just that when Rodriguez lands, I feel like his shots are cleaner and sharper. I'll give Cain that round. Maybe you can call it a sympathy round.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to express your judgment or your opinions, fool. Fuck you think I've been doing here for the last 11 years? Fool.
Good buddy. Let me make you laugh.
Shout out to you. I believe that is the case. His pressure is different. Yeah. It's cool. I wouldn't say it's different. It's a solid pressure. I wouldn't say it's different. He ain't no like I know great pressure. He's a solid pressure fighter.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say it's different. Imagine if Hugo got signed by ZUFFA. That'd be sick. You know, as long as they treat the kid right, that's all I care about.
Yeah.
You know, because you know, I won't say too much. 4-1, 5-0. Julian is up. You know, so one thing's for sure and two things for certain. Cain got to dominate the back half of this fight. You got to dominate it. You got to, you know, knock him down, beat him up. You know, you the pressure fighter. So generally speaking, when you're fighting a classy, seasoned, skillful counter puncher with heavy hands like Julian Rodriguez, this is about the time you got to get to him. Fool. Round 6. Good jab there by Julian Rodriguez. Sandoval with a decent jab to the body.
Yeah.
Cain Sandoval continues to march forward. Throws a double jab that's doesn't land. Rodriguez ties up Sandoval to break his timing up and rhythm up. Yep. Good feint there by Rodriguez. Sandoval continues to march forward, feints. Another feint again from Sandoval. Rodriguez ties him up again. So Rodriguez is counting his way through the fight a little bit. You know, he's trying to get through these rounds because these are the rounds that Sandoval, yes, could take over as the pressure fighter. And he has been moving around a lot. Good jab by Sandoval. All right, so there he goes. Sandoval. There you go. Rodriguez with a little flurry. That caught Sandoval there. Nice right hand there by Julian Rodriguez. One thing I'll say about Sandoval's durability, very good. You know, a lot of these shots that Rodriguez is landing, he's walking right through them. Like even right there, Rodriguez landed a flush left hook. Didn't really do anything to him. He walks right through it. But these shots still count. So you gotta counter off that or start blocking these shots. You can't block them with your face. Good body shot there by Sandoval. Sandoval has Rodriguez on the ropes. Good left hook to the head by Rodriguez. Then a right hand from Rodriguez. So the interesting thing is that Rodriguez has had a lot of success off the ropes. Sometimes some of the best shots he's landed have been off the ropes when Sandoval's barreling down on top of him. But Sandoval lands a nice right hand to the body. Rodriguez with a nice left hook to the body and then a right hook to the body. And then he ties him up. And Sandoval's starting to lean on top of Rodriguez. Maybe trying to get those legs a little bit tired. Oh, left hook to the head, right hand to the left hook to the body, right hand to the head from Rodriguez. Yeah, Sandoval need to get this fight away from the center of the ring because that's when Julian Rodriguez starts lighting him up like a damn Christmas tree. Yeah. 10 seconds here in round 7. Round 7 or round 6? Oh, 6. Oh, that's 6. Good jab again by Rodriguez. That up jab, that little up jab is working every time. Cain will have these lapses and he'll think he's out of range, and then Julian just right there, that little up jab. So I got it 5 rounds to 1 for Julian Rodriguez. And even the round that I gave Cain, it might have honestly been a sympathy round. That may be your opinion, Essay, but me personally, I believe his pressure is unsettling, Essay. Well, we shall see. We shall see, man. You better go tell your boy he got 4 rounds to go figure him out. Yeah. Because so far, the Hammer Hand's been handling that pressure just fine. Thus far, that pressure really hasn't been as different as he thinks it is. Maybe it was different from other guys he was fighting, but thus far, he hasn't done that for him. This is where I think experience comes into play. I just think Rodriguez's experience is gonna probably get him to these rounds. Even if Sandoval has his best rounds here coming up, I think Rodriguez will probably handle these nerdy moments. But we'll see. All right, round 7. Let's see if Sandoval can finally get to Julian Rodriguez and break him up and get him out of there.
Rodriguez make him chase him.
Good body shots there by Sandoval. Ooh, good right hand up top by Sandoval. Ooh, good left hook to the head from Rodriguez. Real sharp, just real sharp, short left hook. Good right hand by Rodriguez. Rodriguez doing a good job landing short, compact shots when they get really in close. You think that there's not a lot of space for Rodriguez to land these shots, and he somehow finds a way to shorten these shots and land when it doesn't look like there's range to land. Good body shot there by Sandoval. Oh, good left hook to the head by Rodriguez. One thing that I think is getting Julian Rodriguez through this fight so far is his punch selection, because it's not repetitive. Sometimes it's a jab, sometimes it's an up jab, sometimes it's a right hook to the body, right uppercut to the head. I think his punch selection is keeping Sandoval just enough at bay to deal with this pressure. Because to Sandoval's credit, he is barreling down on top of Julian Rodriguez. He's trying to fight and impose his fight on Julian Rodriguez, but it's not working. Good right hand by Rodriguez. Thus far, maybe it will later on, but it ain't working so far. Good right hand by Rodriguez. Another right hand by Rodriguez. And then a left hook by Rodriguez. Oh my God, it's target practice. Every time they go to the ropes, Julian Rodriguez has his best combinations. Oh my God, left hook, right hand to the head from Rodriguez. Left hook to the body. Left hook to the head from Rodriguez. But Sandoval remains undeterred. He remains unfazed. Good body shots by Sandoval in these last 45 seconds. But Rodriguez ties him up. He's using every last little bit of youth and size to barrel down on top of Rodriguez and test. Does Rodriguez have the poise? Does he have the boxing skills? Does he have the IQ to get through these nervy moments against a very young, strong Chicano fighter?
Rodriguez is smart, right? He just counters and stays by the ropes.
Back to the ropes he goes. What's he? Last 10 seconds. Good right hand to the head from Rodriguez. So I think it's another Julian Rodriguez round, but maybe the pressure is starting to get to him a little bit. He did have some success. Cain did have some success going to the body. Who?
This guy, he's not bleeding, but
yeah, Rodriguez has some swelling. Man, Rap Machine says easy work for Rodriguez. My man right here says Julian is clearly using underhanded tactics. I expect the boxing committee to thoroughly investigate this fight. Bullshit.
Oh, that's funny.
Is Sandoval getting schooled? On the card, on my card, I got him losing 6-1.
Yeah.
Some of you guys may even have it 7-0, but Sandoval's punches they don't seem to have the greatest effect on Rodriguez. Yeah. And the crazy thing is when Rodriguez goes to them ropes and that's where you think Sandoval would have his most success, that's where he's getting beat up the most, is when Rodriguez goes to the ropes. Yeah.
Because he's countering. He's like waiting for him to come on.
He said, "Where's Pops? Pops is to my left. He's chilling."
Yeah, just chilling, man.
He's chilling.
Right here.
Will you be on tomorrow's live?
Yeah, I'll be here.
Pops will be on the camera for tomorrow's live. Sure. Right now, my Pops is just chilling, so y'all got to deal with solo dolo. You can hear Pops in the background.
Just observation of ZUFFA.
He's trying to process, is ZUFFA Boxing good or not?
I think it's. I like what it's too early to say, but I like the opportunities for fighters that haven't gotten an opportunity, and those that I'm not gonna say fail, but got cut by other promotional companies, got another chance to live again and get another chance.
Yeah, there you go. The Pops cam.
Yeah, that's it. No, you go there. What's up?
Do y'all want Pops in the camera?
I'm just saying, it's not bad. I'm really happy with it. Look, it is getting full up. The people finally came.
It should.
Yeah.
It's 300 seats.
Yeah.
What the fuck? It should. It should.
Yeah, all right. But I like this. You're gonna see fighters like.
You're gonna learn about fighters you haven't seen before, or guys that get overlooked. They get the chance. Everyone does it. All these fighters. A lot of these guys have been boxing since they were kids, and there are a lot of times the big four promoters don't want to give these guys opportunities. So if you can come here and make a name for yourself and put your family in a better position and get what you want out of this sport that you gave your life to, then why not?
I just want fair pay for them. With the mama
Ali Act and all that.
I don't want
good body shot by Cain Sandoval.
I don't know if he said it, Danny White or Turkey, but I don't want to have the same way they pay those UFC fighters.
Ooh, good right hand by Sandoval.
Jeez. Rodriguez coming in.
Yeah, Rodriguez better be careful to not dip his head like that. I think the pressure is starting to get to him a little bit here around 8.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's taking his round. He's not getting hit with a ton, but he got hit with that. Nice uppercut from Sandoval.
Yeah. But he's fighting back.
Good jab there by Rodriguez.
Them Jersey fighters, boy.
My man says, I'm a casual. I don't know boxing. I just feel like rooting for Sandoval. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. My man said, feed him to Andy Hiroka. Well, Andy Hiroka got to get past Gary Anton Russell.
Oh, wow.
And we don't know if he's going to do that. That's a tough fight. Yeah, Rodriguez's punches aren't quite as sharp as they were 2-3 rounds ago. And I think right now we reached that point of the fight where now the pressure is getting to Rodriguez. And I do think that he's going to have to grind out. Well, what are we in round 9?
Yeah, looks like it.
He's going to have to grind out this last round because Cain Sandoval is getting to him. The swelling is there. The punch output is dipped.
Wow. Good fight,
I got it. Was it 7-2? 7-2 hammer hands. But again,
yeah,
maybe that pressure is starting to get to him just a little bit. So we'll see. What do you guys think? Make sure you smash that like button. It's the Untouchable True School Sports Empire. Guys, we still have 2 more fights. We still got Misael Rodriguez versus Austin Denda after this fight. And then we got Callum Walsh versus Ocampo, the main event on the ZUFFA Boxing card. So there you go. Good thing for Julian Rodriguez that this fight is not 12 rounds. Yes. Good for him. I would actually say the same even for like Robert Merriweather, because that dude from Idaho who really wasn't that good was actually starting to get to him despite there being such a crazy gap in skill. If he would have been an 8 or a 10, he might have had a harder night tonight. So, and you know what? Well, they stopped it in the 10th round. I was gonna say Omar Trinidad versus Ornelas was 12, but they stopped it in the 10th because of the right hand. Sandoval is absolutely horrible. He's just big and strong and Mexican. Oh, so this is actually round 9. My bad. This is round number 9. I thought the last round was round 9. So actually, he's gonna have a couple rounds here to really
do something.
Good counter right hand by hammer hands Rodriguez, and he ties up Cain Sandoval.
Yeah.
Good right hand to the body there from Rodriguez. And then here we go. Rodriguez is now back on the ropes, but unlike, nice left foot by Rodriguez. Yeah. I gotta give it to Cain Sandoval. He's durable as hell.
Yeah.
He's super durable.
And he's still coming forward even with the counter.
That's a real pressure fighter. He's a reason. I give it to him. He ain't the best in the skills department. His skills, they're not up to par, but in terms of mindset, in terms of like determination, he knows. Like he knows his style. He fights his style, and I give it to him. A lot of fighters would get discouraged. Oh, good right hand by Sandoval, and then left hook. He's starting to get to Rodriguez a little bit here. Rodriguez with a nice jab that lands. Yeah. Sandoval with a good jab. Another jab by Sandoval. All right, minute and 10 seconds here left to round number 9. Oh, Cain was doing pretty good early in the round. I mean, he landed a jab there, but like now I see right there, he let Julian Rodriguez off the hook.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Hold on. He let him off the hook. Like you were doing your thing. You were getting to him. Now you let him. There you go. Better. Good jab there from Sandoval. Good body shot from Rodriguez. Yeah, Rodriguez is not as dominant or as sensational as he was earlier in the fight, but like I said earlier, his punch selection, his ability to vary shots from different angles, from different ranges, is getting him through these rounds against a bigger, younger, stronger, determined pressure fighter. And as long as he don't get caught by anything crazy, I think he's probably gonna grind his way to a decision here. Good body shot from Cain Sandoval, or uppercut, I should say. What is this, round 9?
Yeah, still round.
So I thought Sandoval in that round. Yeah. So I got it 6-3, but it might be wider on some of your cards. I gave Cain a sympathy round earlier in the fight.
Yeah.
What do I think is next for Kenshiro? I don't know, man. I know what needs to be next for him. He needs to get that Ubaldo Garcia fight. Rap Machine says Sandoval got exposed. He did, man. He did. Well, I won't say so far. You know, Julian Rodriguez ain't safe yet. There's still a round left to go, and if he don't do what he need to do this round, you know, Sandoval might get to him. So let's calm down on the E word. I know you guys like when I say exposed and all that stuff. Chill out on that E word. They got the ZUFFA Boxing unofficial scorecard has an 88-83 in favor of Julian Hammerhands Rodriguez. So make it that what you will. They're giving Cain Sandoval 2 rounds. I've actually given Cain Sandoval 3 rounds because like I said, I gave him a sympathy round early in the fight.
Yeah.
All right, so round 10, the 10th and final round. Let's see if there's any drama here. You never know how these judges are scoring things. They may have it closer. They may like this pressure of Cain Sandoval and the determination, and they may, some judges don't like guys that move around. Even though Julian Rodriguez is clearly landing tons of clear shots that anybody can see. Good up jab there by Hammerhands here around 10. Good body shot from Rodriguez, right uppercut to the body. Rodriguez circles to his left. Ooh, left hook by Rodriguez scores off the ropes. Ooh, good left hook to the head by Sandoval as Rodriguez pulls out.
Good fight though.
Ooh, right uppercut to the body, left hook to the head, right hook to the head again from Rodriguez. Rodriguez starting to, you know, show a bit of that sharpness he had earlier in the fight here in the 10th and final round. It's almost as if he saved the energy. He was conserving himself for this 10th for the final stretch. Good up jab by Sandoval or Rodriguez. Sandoval just don't move. He's throwing a bunch of punches with no intention, and he's missing all of them. And now Rodriguez is taunting him. He's taunting him because he threw Sandoval just threw like 5 punches and they all missed. Ooh, nice counter right hand by Rodriguez. Ooh, good left hook by Sandoval. Then a counter right hand by Rodriguez, but Sandoval remains determined and he's staying right on top of him. Good left hook to the body there from Rodriguez. Last 15 seconds. Will we get any drama here late? Rodriguez ties him up. And Sandoval misses almost all his punches. And then a 1-2 down the middle from Julian Hammerhands Rodriguez. My final scorecard, guys. I have Julian Rodriguez winning 7 rounds to 3. Really, you could say 8-2. I don't know how you could find 4 rounds in this fight for Cain Sandoval. If you give Cain Sandoval 4 rounds in this fight, you just like guys that come forward. They don't have to land anything. And apparently, you don't like clean and effective punching because Rodriguez was exposed. He was showing consistent.
It was a tough fight.
He was showing it was tough. Like credit to Cain. Cain did not remain. He was not unfazed, and Rodriguez shows good sportsmanship. He raises Sandoval's hand as a sign of appreciation. But Sandoval lost the fight. Clearly Julian Rodriguez's experience, his ability to counter punch, things like that. That was the difference in this fight. His punch selection. Yeah. My man says if Leo fights on Cinco de Mayo, will you not go to Japan for the Inoue Nakatani fight? Why do you ask questions you know the answers to already? Of course, I'm not going to Japan. Listen, if Angelo fights Rafael Espinosa, I don't give a fuck about no other fight in boxing. I don't care about no Inoue Nakatani. I don't care about nothing. I'm going to camp. I'm gonna tell y'all like this. You know, I can't really say much because I know some things. We'll see if I get accepted. I'm pretty sure I will. I'm gonna go cover that Ryan Garcia Barrios fight because I, you know, and then after that fight, I might just go straight into camp with Angelo for that fight because we got a tree to chop down. We got some doubters to silence because a lot of y'all don't believe. So whatever you do, when Espinosa gets beat up, don't chuck him to the way you sound like a lot of you guys do with Venado. I want y'all to still keep that same energy.
It might be a worse knockout than we did before.
Let's see. Here come the scorecards. 99-91.
Rodriguez won this.
There you go. Julian Hammerhands Rodriguez snatches the O of Cain Sandoval.
Yeah.
Great win for him. I would definitely say to this point in his career, you could say, I don't know. Definitely, I would say, yeah, being that it's the first ZUFFA Boxing card, you know, he's coming off the ABS Griffin win. You know, he's taken back-to-back. His last two fights, he's taken the O's of two highly rated young fighters.
Wow.
ABS Griffin was 17-0 when he beat him and knocked him out. Cain Sandoval was 17-0 when he beat him and outboxed him. Here's Hammerhands with Max Kellerman. I'll put the volume up.
The underdog comes in, boxes well, and the other guy keeps coming to finish, and they give him the decision. Were you worried at all when you heard the scores that they went the other way?
Max. No, hell no. Stop fucking around. I'm a professional. I know when I win the fight clean. But he's a fucking dog, man. He put a lot of pressure. You know, God bless him and his family. You know, I recently learned he has an ill daughter. And, you know, cancer is present in my family. I also have a daughter. So I want everyone to send their prayers to Mr. Sandoval's family.
Oh, wow.
We're warriors at the end of the day. This is a gladiator sport. I know you guys see the shit talking beforehand, but that's all to make you guys excited for the fight. Me and him know what it is. It's all part of our story. God bless him and his family, and God bless everyone in attendance today.
Wow.
Really, it's unsurprising that you guys would have a lot of respect for each other after going.
He told him that's some bullshit.
You came out early in the fight and were cleanly outboxing him and landing heavy body shots. The kind of body shots that stop a guy from coming at you later in the fight. What were you thinking come rounds 5, 6, 7 when he kept coming?
Hammer time, baby. You know what? This is a part of life. It's overcoming adversity. He's going to make adjustments. Everyone on this level, we're here for a reason. So he made some adjustments. He started putting more pressure, and I had to adjust.
Did you feel like you could get the stoppage? You was taking the shots really well, but you kept landing titanic shots. I said at one point, of the 50 best shots in the fight, 45 or something of them had been landed by you, but he kept coming.
Yeah, you know, he's tough, man. He has a giant fucking head, that guy. You know? So, you know, I just had to stay calm, man. At that point, that's where the mental toughness comes in. And I'm still learning, man. I'm still learning. I'm enjoying the process, you know, and it takes fights like this for me to get better as a fighter.
Okay, that was a really good performance. High IQ boxing performance from a puncher with experience who can move the whole thing. What's next? What do you want next?
I want to be the first welterweight ZUFFA world champion, brother.
Yeah!
I have kids, man. I have kids. I need to eat. We need some money, man. I need to fight. I'm back at the PI on fucking Monday. I want to fight next Monday. Now let's go.
Congratulations. You came in the underdog and pulled off a sensational win. Congratulations, Julian.
Once again, the underdog. Once again. And this fucking hammer time. All 2026. ZUFFA Boxing, baby. Let's go.
Yeah!
Thank you, Max.
ZUFFA Boxing, damn it! I want to. I'm joking, guys. But shout out to everybody here. It's your boy BT, the Untouchable. True School Sports Empire. If you're just tuning in, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate all the love and the support. Julian Hammerhands Rodriguez, he came here once again as the underdog, and he showed you guys his class, his boxing skills, his poise, his toughness. Gave a very classy interview there. Very hungry. This is a guy that was once a top-ranked prospect, and you know, he took a tough loss to Jose Pedraza. You know, they stopped believing in him. You know, he's been brought in to lose a couple times now, and he showed the world that, hey, Julian Rodriguez is on his when he's locked in, when he's right, he's a damn good fighter. So he wants to be the first ZUFFA Boxing. He wants to be the first ZUFFA Boxing welterweight champion of the world. He's trying to do that, and he said he's going to be back at the UFC Performance Institute on Monday to train. So make that what you will. Shout out to my guy Matt with the super chat. This live has been brought to you in part by and sponsored by Matt Borgeson. He says Julian Rodriguez versus Pitbull would be a banger. It would. Oh my god. Hell yeah. I don't know how realistic that is, because you know Zuffa's over here, you know, side of the street. Zuffa's over here, PBC's over here. But if they could put that together and make it happen, oh my god. I mean, Pitbull's aggressive, come forward style, kind of like Cain, but I would say a lot more intelligent, a lot more seasoned. He's a shorter fighter, lower center of gravity. You know, that he makes it work for him. Julian Rodriguez with the athleticism, the punch selection he got, the counter punching, that'd be a banger. I love that fight, but you know, I don't think it's gonna happen. My man said I'm not really excited for the co-main, but I guess we'll see. Listen, this whole card, if you notice, guys, like it's all we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Like I'm not. Right now I'm chilling because you know the big card's tomorrow. That's why, you know, Pops is here, but Pops is chilling. Yeah. You know, I'm surprised you don't got a, like, that's how I know that Pops is chilling. You want to know how I know, guys? Because Pops don't got no wine around him, no beer, nothing. Just no, he ain't got no wine. Now tomorrow, different story. World title fight. Pops gonna probably have some wine tomorrow. I'm gonna be a little bit more amped up. But right now we're just chilling. We're seeing what all this ZUFFA Boxing's about. We're seeing, you know, we're observant of this card. So MMA Boxing Addict says that's the cool thing about ZUFFA Boxing is you have the potential to fight many times. Waldo Cortez, the UFC, is on his 6th fight in less than a year. Yeah, I'm going to enjoy that aspect of it, because as somebody who classifies himself as a boxing degenerate, someone that really loves this sport, my biggest frustration in, you know, having friends in the fight game, because you guys know, you know, Angelo's a great friend. He's a champion, but there's guys that I know, even Angelo himself, like there's guys that I know in the fight game that can't get fights. They can't get fights. They can't get 6 rounders. They can't get 8 rounders. They can't get 10 rounders. So if Zuffa's, you know, people are criticizing ZUFFA Boxing and payment of fighters, and I mean, I guess it's a fair criticism based on Dana White's previous history. But if it's going to allow fighters to fight 4 or 5 times a year, then I'm cool with that. And you know, it'll be up to the fighters. We'll see what the fighters say about how they're treated. You know, and we'll make our decision there. Do I think that Jin Sasaki will be the champion in ZUFFA Boxing? I don't know. Do you think Jin Sasaki could beat Julian Hammerhands Rodriguez? I'll tell you this. Julian Hammerhands Rodriguez is a very skillful fighter. Very intelligent. Jim will have to tighten his defense up. But if they get into a 50-50 exchange and Jim hit that big-ass left hook, he always got a chance. It'd be cool to see some of these Japanese guys get into ZUFFA Boxing. You know, maybe not some of Mr. Honda guys, but like there's a whole pool of fighters from Japan who, just like in America, have slipped through the cracks. Kameda don't want them, Mr. Honda don't want them, but they're entertaining. Like one guy that I think would kill it on ZUFFA Boxing from Japan is this guy named Koki Tyson. He's the biggest Japanese dude I've ever seen. He's like a super middleweight. He's like 6'3", southpaw, big time power puncher. Wow. Speaks English. You know, remember that Japanese guy I interviewed? He was singing Spanish songs. Yeah, that guy. Wow. That guy would be a star in ZUFFA Boxing. But as far as Jin, whether he's a Zuffa fighter, whether he need to tighten up his fucking defense. That's what he needs to do. Yeah. But we're waiting for the next fight, guys. The co-main event, you know, will be Misael Rodriguez, the Mexican Olympian, versus Austin Dianata. Now, I don't know much about Austin Dianata, and I vaguely know about Misael Rodriguez because I've seen him fight here and there. So I don't really. I'm gonna watch this fight and just chill. And then main event will be Callum Walsh. Someone asked you what I think about Callum Walsh versus Ocampo. I'm gonna go with Callum Walsh by decision. Pops has Ocampo by knockout, so we'll see how it goes. Either way, I'm not really too. The 2 fights that I really wanted to see on this card already happened. So I'm right now I'm just chilling. I don't even care. like that. But Julian Rodriguez is probably living at the UFC PI Performance Institute. Everything is free. There is free food, staff, massaging. Everything is well. You know, nothing in life is free. You know, they might take that out your purse. Might hit you with that Don King. I'll never forget. There was a fighter. I'm not gonna say his name, but there was a fighter from Don King, and I saw a bill on a table one time. I saw like towels, $10. Towels, $10. Water, $50.
Oh shoot!
All right, but guys, so here we go. Austin Dianata's making his way to the ring right now as we patiently await for the co-main event. Make sure you guys, if you haven't done so already, please smash that like button, hit the subscribe button. We're closing in on 90,000. We're like less than I think 90 subscribers away from 90,000. So I'm really excited about that because then now I can start thinking about that 100K, that plaque. We're on plaque watch.
That's it. Before you blink your eye, I'll be here. Thank you all for your support.
I didn't know that Misael Rodriguez has an Olympic medal. I just knew he was a Mexican Olympian. How the hell is a Mexican Olympic medalist not a bigger star then?
I'm not right.
But of course, he's champion Robert Garcia. I feel like Robert Garcia damn near got a monopoly on Mexicans and Chicanos. It feels like it. TSM wants to know, will we get a 100K live stream? Yes, we will. When I hit 100K, we'll do a celebratory stream. And we're going to do a celebratory party in Vegas at this place right here. Right here at Circa. You know, courtesy of Miguel Leo. But yeah, shout out to everyone here. Who you got next, or the main event? I don't know. I don't have an opinion on this fight. Like I just know Misael Rodriguez is an Olympian, and I don't know much about Austin, so I'm just gonna watch this fight and see what it is. As far as the main, I'm gonna go with the favorite. Ocampo, which I don't blame you. I'm almost tempted to pick Ocampo. Who?
The middle there, Rodriguez. What do you want?
Hold on, guys. Is the stream lagging? Because my computer's like being all slow. I think we're good now. So far, guys, what's your thoughts on ZUFFA Boxing so far? I mean, I wouldn't say it's an A+. Like I think it's a. What do you think, Pops? So far,
I just say it's competitive right now.
What grade? F through A. What's your grade right now?
Right now, I'd have to give it honestly. I'm really used to complaining and stuff, but what I've seen so far and everything, I'm gonna say a B.
B. Pop says B. I think I will go with a B, a solid B, not B minus, not B plus, just B. Because all the fights have been action packed. They've all been steady. I wouldn't say there hasn't been one particular fight that like blew me away.
No, but
all fights have been fun and have brought some action. So we'll see. Maybe this fight becomes a fight. Maybe this fight that we're not even that excited for right now. Maybe this fight becomes a fight of the night.
And you saying Garcia is like Golden Boy? It's just Mexican.
I'll say something. Boxing in the Apex is a lot more exciting than UFC. No A+, but when the full set of fighters comes out and we get better understanding of it, it's gonna be way funner. I agree. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not being too harsh. I'm not going too crazy. I'm taking it for what it is. Yeah. It's a moment in time. It's the figuring things out. We'll see because I believe it. I think it's next week is the next show already. They're gonna have,
I just think it's great because we get competitive to pro box and any other entity out there that don't want to give these fighters a chance.
There's a couple fighters that I know that I kind of like advise. I won't say manage, but I'll say I advise them.
Yeah.
I'm already looking at it now. Like there's a couple guys that I know that I work with that I think would be a good fit for ZUFFA Boxing, because all these other promoters who I try to get them an opportunity with, they be on that nonsense. So we might have to give Dana White a shot.
There's a Golden Boy thing after this.
It's on right now, I think.
She's fine too.
Who?
Like his girlfriend.
All right, so round one, Misael Rodriguez versus Austin Deanda. And I spelled his name wrong. I just realized I spelled his name wrong in the little thing down there. I put Dianata. Yeah, next week is Raul Valenzuela versus Diego Torres, and yes, there will be a live for that one as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be back here next week as well to review.
I'll give you a good
if they improved or not. My biggest surprise, I mean, I know they I know that Raul Valenzuela or Omar Trinidad technically stopped Max Ornelas, but there really hasn't been any knockouts in this whole card.
No.
That's probably been the biggest surprise so far.
And also that's because of the competitive matchmakers.
It's true. Good jab there by Misael Rodriguez. Austin Deanda hasn't been boxing a long. Apparently, they were saying he's been boxing for about 5 years.
That's it.
That's it. Good feint there from Austin Deanda. And he's tying him up. He's tying this guy right away.
Yeah.
Austin Deanda's clinching, and Misael Rodriguez isn't liking those clinches.
Nope.
Deanda pumps that jab. Guys, honestly, this is probably the fight I'm least excited for. So if y'all got any questions, this is the fight to get them questions off. Get them off. Someone asked me earlier, and I'll address it again. They said, BT, if this Angelo Leo and Espinoza fight gets done in May, does that mean you're not going to Japan for Inoue Nakatani? That's 1,000% what it means. You know?
Yeah, you're part of the team. So.
Part of the team. I'm wearing the jacket right now.
Yeah.
So I gotta be there.
Yeah.
It's not negotiable. Yeah. I haven't missed the Angelo fight. Everything from Aaron Alameda. So Aaron Alameda, Nicholas Polanco, Eduardo Baez, Mike Planilla, Venado Lopez, Tomoe Kameda. I've been at every fight since after Stephen Fulton, and I'm gonna be at the 7th one. And you know what? In the Bible, the number 7 is the number of completion, and guess what? We're gonna win the lineal Ring Magazine Featherweight Championship. So,
you guys didn't appetize of Venado. Wait till you see this.
Oh man, I'm taking this fight personal.
Yeah.
Anyway, get your questions in. Let me know where you guys watch from, what city, what state, what continent. Right now, we're just watching Misael Rodriguez and Austin Deanda. Austin Deanda right now, he's running. He's running from this guy. See, the last fight, Julian Hammerhands Rodriguez, he was boxing.
Yeah.
He was boxing, power boxing. Right now, Austin Deanda, he's trying to disengage as much as possible. C. Miller says, BT the G. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good to see you, champ. Do I think that Angelo fight with Espinoza will be on the David undercard? I hope so. I want to see Leo versus Rafa. I think so. I'll be led to believe so. Maybe the co-main event, which, in most cases, I would complain and say, that's bullshit. Angelo's a main event fighter. But when you consider that it's Cinco de Mayo weekend and, it's a Mexican versus Mexican American in the co-main event, Mexican versus Mexican American in the main event, I can't knock it. Because it would be a massive card. And on top of that, I really don't even care. We just want to get our hands on Rafa because we know. Because I know that Rafa's team behind closed doors, they're very arrogant. Maybe not Rafa, but his team. They think this is going to be sweet. So they're going to find out. They're going to find out that they're in the ring with the realest featherweight in the world. Are those hyper 3 KO? Are those hyper KO 3s that Rodriguez is wearing? I don't know. I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about his shoes or his fashion game. So you might gotta put me on game. Talking about the Nikes he's wearing? Yeah, they look like basketball shoes. He look like he about to go hoop. Like he about to go run a pick and roll with someone. We're on round 2 of Misael Rodriguez versus Austin Deanda. Shout out to Justin Todd. He says, "Good stuff, BT. Keep going strong. Love the content. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. We'll be at 90,000 subscribers soon. So people like you help keep these going. And make sure you tune in tomorrow. Because I'll be live. Right now we're chilling. This is the calm before the storm. Tomorrow is the big fight, the title fight. You know, Andy Cruz trying to become a world champion in the 7 Pro fight. Ram Murataya trying to legitimize himself as a champion. It's going to be a great fight. A lot of people are split on the fight, so that's how you know it's going to be a good one. So tune in tomorrow. Pops be in full form tomorrow, and so will I. Good little uppercut there from Misael Rodriguez. Do you think ZUFFA will target the Japanese prospect to crack that rich Japanese market? I feel like they should. I mean, maybe not so much the prospects, but there is a pool of Japanese fighters that aren't wanted by Mr. Honda or Kameda. And I feel like that's what they should target. And if they want if ZUFFA want to know who those guys are, I'm the guy you got to hit up. But it's going to cost you because the game is to be sold, not told. So
that's what I'm looking at. Business cards. I forgot.
Good luck, folk there by Misael Rodriguez and Austin Deanda.
Not doing nothing.
Nice uppercut there from Rodriguez. Really good stuff to step on the inside and then shoot the left uppercut. Austin Deanda about to get beat up here. Every time he gets hit, he's just running. He's running.
Yeah.
Like the Mexican fans would say. Good jab there by Rodriguez. That's the main thing. You know what's crazy? Like ZUFFA is trying to make these competitive fights happen, but like this is the second fight on the card where the lack of the experience gap is so freaking wide. Yeah. Like Merriweather's fight and this one. This guy just started boxing 5 years ago. This guy's a fucking Olympic medalist.
Yeah. And what you said they could bring the best fight?
And they say, yeah, we're gonna build a sport up. 50-50 fights. Like, come on, man.
Come on.
I know it's the first show, but like
you can do better.
If you're setting the precedent of doing 50-50 fights, you can't have 2 fights on your first show where one guy's from Idaho and fought nothing but a bunch of Mexican taco stand workers, and then he's fighting Robert Merriweather, who's been sparring in the Vegas gym for like 10 years, right? And then the other fight, you got an Olympic medalist versus a guy who just started boxing 5 years ago.
Yeah,
you know, but you know, we'll see.
I just don't know how they're gonna do the rankings. That's my whole issue with this.
Make sure y'all smash that like button. We're here, waiting for the main event. Main event next with Callum Walsh and Carlos Ocampo. We're gonna see. Am I gonna be saying tonight, guys? Let's take a poll. Am I going to be saying after this fight with Callum Walsh and Ocampo? Am I going to be saying Callum Walsh exposed? Will I be saying that? Will my post-fight review video after this live open up with me saying that? Yes or no? Put it in the chat.
Yeah, you'll get his ass kicked. Go come on.
That's what experience gets you. That's what that amateur and Olympic pedigree gets you as well. You can do these things, and the opponent really can't stop it.
By the way, Gaethje versus Paddy the Baddy. Yeah. Let me tell you something. One of the best fights I've ever seen in Madison Square Garden was Gaethje Chandler.
All right, what are we? Round 3? Round 3 of Misael Rodriguez versus Austin Deanda. And right now, if you're wondering, it's not really. Yeah, Austin Deanda hasn't really given Misael Rodriguez anything to worry about. My man Bonjour says, I think that ZUFFA will be targeting the Olympic winners for contracts. Possibly. I mean, it's possible. I mean, Dana White said they're going to be talking to the biggest and the best fighters they can get a hold of. So you saw they already got Jaya Pataya.
Some big money.
Good job there by Austin Deanda. Deanda circles to his left, circles to his right.
You know, Max is calling it relaxed. Robert Garcia called it lazy. He said Misael
So Robert Garcia is pissed off at Misael Rodriguez. Apparently, he says Misael Rodriguez is being lazy in the ring. And to be told, I kind of agree with him because Austin Dienda is being able to escape too easily.
Oh, you're yelling at
yeah, Mexican guy.
winning though.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw they're already there. I'm not gonna say no names, but I've been told by a couple of reliable sources, a couple of the amateurs that they've already been in contact with. So, yeah, I mean, if they can get a foothold on the American market by signing the top American amateurs, then that's gonna really bring credibility to ZUFFA Boxing and allow them to build the future of the sport. Obviously, though, that's where having good box people comes into play because, you know, you can get all the top talent, but there's a reason why Top Rank has been successful for so many decades because of the Brad Goodmans and the Bruce Tremplers and the Don Majewskis and the guys like that. You know, they are what make that company what it is. So as long as they have the right box people to develop those talents, they'll be in good shape. So Austin Dienda is starting to throw a bit more, and he's starting to stand right in front of Misael Rodriguez, and Misael Rodriguez ain't really throwing back. So now I'm a Robert. I'm starting to get pissed off at Misael Rodriguez because Misael Rodriguez is literally just in a high guard, and Austin Dienda is starting to open up. He's not landing anything crazy, but he's opening up.
Look like a sparring, what's the name? Rodriguez in the high guard.
Good left hook by Rodriguez to the body.
I can't believe Wilder's fighting. So I was excited about you.
Good left hook by Rodriguez as Dienda exits. And that concludes the third round. I ain't even scoring this fight. I ain't even scoring it. Like I'm not really interested in this fight. And these guys aren't giving me any reason to be interested in it. So I'm gonna tell you what's going on, but I'll tell you the truth. Main event is next. Carlos Ocampo, 38-3, 26 knockouts. Veteran. Been there with Earl Spence. Been there with Fundura, you know, so he's been at a much higher level than this. He's Callum Walsh on this level. We're gonna see about Callum Walsh tonight.
So you're saying Atupaya is gonna be the face of ZUFFA Boxing?
For now, he is.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, out of all the fights, please run them comments up.
Yeah.
It could even be non-boxing related, straight up. It could even be not at this point because Austin Dienda ain't trying to fight. Misael Rodriguez looks like a.
Yeah, he just
I don't want to come out of his name, but what are the odds your boy Rafa misses weight to not fight Leo? Well, first of all, my boy is Leo. Let's get that established. All I'll say is this, man. If the fight doesn't happen, it's not because of Angelo. I want to make that very clear. You know, the guy that's fought in 8 states and 2 different countries in his career is willing, ready, and able to fight all the best guys in the division. And if this fight happens, it's because of him. Because really, if Zanford Promotions, if you left it up to them, they don't really want to take this fight. I'm sure they would rather go up to 130 and fight, you know, Vaquero or Sugar Nunez or Venado. Shout out to my boy Joaquin. Good to see you, champ. Rodriguez looks like Luigi from the Mario Brothers. That's funny. My man said, the Japanese are xenophobic to ZUFFA. How? ZUFFA just started. Subaru Murata versus Casemiro. Who do you think will win if that fight happens? I want to say Subaru Murata, but you know Casemiro can still punch, and Subaru Murata's defense ain't great, so I give Casemiro a puncher's chance, but I'll go Murata. MMA Boxing Addict says the problem they'll run into some of these fighters is if they lose 3 in a row. UFC cuts people who don't fight exciting out of 3 fights unless you're Justin Gaethje, type slugger or fun guys like Nate Diaz. I mean, well, that's any combat sport. That's Top Rank. You know, Top Rank cut guys that were undefeated. I mean, Top Rank cut Berlanga, who was undefeated. They cut Clashful Diaz for having personal problems. He was undefeated. So, what do you think about Inoue throwing a wrench to the ZUFFA plans? His star power is going by each fight. He doesn't seem to care about the celebrity or Dana White. He has exclusive contracts in Japan. Well, that's cool, but I don't know if you know this, but there's more fighters in Japan besides Inoue. You know, Inoue ain't the only Japanese fighter in the world. And there's a lot of Japanese fighters that I can name you that I know personally that are not signed to Mr. Honda and that are not signed to Tomoe Kameda. There's a whole pool of really exciting Japanese fighters that don't have big promotion that get past that gets looked over. So that's why I feel like Zuffa can have some success. Them guys.
But you do like, the greats are from whom you take the kind of practical lessons of any.
Right now, there really ain't anything going on with this fight. So when something happens, I'll let y'all know. But I'm gonna answer your comments till the main event. If Zuffa needs to stop putting their place the co-main events like how well Callum Walsh. Yeah, they shouldn't have put Callum Walsh as the co-main event to Crawford. I agree. And if you get released, coming back to the sanctioning bodies, people are gonna look at the whole sport of boxing. When you get cut from a promotional company, whether you're undefeated or not, the whole sport of boxing looks at you different. Your sponsors, sanctioning bodies, and by the way, guys, speaking of Zapata, there he is ringside. Zuffa's newest signing. Is that Rick Reno? Yeah, it's Rick Reno from Ring Magazine sitting behind him. You got F.A. Java to the right. So
The face of boxing.
that's crazy. Zapata is actually gonna get all this crazy promotion now. Now ZUFFA Boxing is gonna start sounding like me.
Yeah.
Harold said, Top Rank cut Albert Bell, and you never cared about that. I mean, to be fair, I still don't care. Like, Albert Bell hasn't got one video here on True School Sports. Like, so I'm consistent. I'm consistent with Albert Bell, you know? But yeah, they did cut Albert Bell. You're right. The whole sport of boxing is like that. It is. It's a hard grueling game. Like even look at me, right? Albert Bell is a really good 130 pounder. I haven't even done a video about him, you know? And I've done videos about everybody. Do you think the plan is for Zuffa to play nice with the other 4 belts before they have a superstar? Yes, that's exactly what I think. Because it's no different. You look at like the world. Let's just say outside of boxing, when dictators take over countries, they don't just take it right away. They make them feel comfortable. Yeah, it's gradual. It's not like they don't just strong arm and take over a country. It's gradual, you know. So that's why you hear Zuffa right now saying, "Yeah, Joe Patai, he can unify. He can go do this." Yeah, but guess what? Then if they get like Dave Benavidez signs to Zuffa, and they make him a superstar. Oh, Thomas Taylor just waved the fight off again, unceremoniously, and Misa Rodriguez, I guess, gets a 4th round TKO. So 2 very anticlimactic stoppage.
Said that?
First with fucking Trinidad and Ornelas, and now this. Thomas Taylor, man, I'm wagging my finger at you.
Yeah, that's crazy. Holy crap.
Anyway, there you go. I guess in this case, I'll be thankful because that fight wasn't gonna turn into anything. So, hold on. We're gonna go ahead and just put that on the screen while we sit here and wait. It's your boy BT, the untouchable True School Sports Empire. Make sure y'all run it up. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Super chat. Let me know where you guys are watching from in the comments. Does Shakur finish his career undefeated? The only person who has a chance to beat him is Gary, and it's just because he has a high pressure style, above average athleticism. No, I don't think he does, but I don't agree with that last part. I think a couple guys have a chance to beat Shakur. Like if Shakur go to 47, he'll probably lose. Like even 40, like I'm picking him to beat T.O. Because he's the most efficient guy in boxing. He's so hard to hit. But T.O.'s athleticism, his quick twitch muscles, those kind of things. Stacey McKinley being in his corner, I'm telling you, man, I'm picking him, but I ain't like ultra confident about it. The same way, like I'm picking Bruce Carrington to be Carlos Castro, but I ain't ultra confident about that either. You know. My man said conspiracy. They stopped the fight because he wasn't making it exciting. That's right. If you don't make exciting fights for the fans, stop it right away.
Yeah. People want to see that.
How the hell you put a Mexican in the ring and you make a boring fight? ZUFFA Boxing.
Yeah, it's fun. Like You already know. You already can see little kinks already. Like you don't buy the hype all the time from Dana White. I mean, it's nice to be a competitor, but come on.
Live from Denver, the AFC Championship on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Do you think the Ali Act will reach the Supreme Court to make the change final? I wish I could say no, but I'm going to say yes, it will. Just because Ari Emanuel and all the people at UFC and Endeavor and TKO, they know some powerful people. Let's go do your research. Is it over for Matias in your opinion? No, it's not. I think Matias is still going to be an action fighter. He's one of those guys, you know, a lot of these guys at 140 are going to move to 147, so I think those belts will go vacant. I think before it's all said and done, Matias will be in a world title fight again.
I was saying during the fight how relaxed and how well you were fighting. And then you get back to the corner, and Robert is giving you the business about fighting lazy. I thought you were fighting well. You were relaxed. You were doing what you wanted. What were you thinking when he started giving you the business?
No, la verdad me gusta mucho estar con Robert, siempre nos está motivando a ser mejores. Y pues, ¿qué les digo? Hay que mejorar.
No, I really enjoy being with Robert. Listen, he makes me better. We like going at it, and we always have to be improving. But did you feel like, what are you talking about? I'm fighting well.
No, la exigencia es grande. Gané una medalla para México. Yo sé que la gente espera muchas cosas de mí.
Do you hear things about the Top Rank situation right now? No, the only thing I've heard about Top Rank is that Xander Zayas versus Abbas Barrow, which is next big unification fight. The biggest moment in the career of the young Puerto Rican upcoming star, and it's gonna be on Tubi. And I don't have a problem with Tubi. Like Tubi, I watch it all the time. I have Top Rank class on my TV all the time, but it's just concerning because it's like we're in February and there's still no signs of a network deal. I just hate Matias. He doesn't care for himself in the ring. I mean, yeah, that's on him. That's on him. I mean, it makes for good fights, but he might be a vegetable when it's all said and done because he's taken a lot of punishment over the years. You said Leo doesn't like to talk. Do you think Rafa has what it takes to make Angelo Leo talk shit? No, I don't. It's only two fighters between 126 and 130 that I think Angelo will talk shit to, and he's not one of them. But I watched the interview with Bernardo Lopez recently, and man, like I have all the respect in the world for Bernardo Lopez, but what a disgrace of a man. He can't take his fucking loss. You got sent to the emergency room. He was doing all this complaining and making all these excuses about why he lost to Angelo, right? And then the Mexican guy that he was doing the interview with, I guess he had spoken to one of Espinosa's managers, and one of Espinosa's managers apparently told the Mexican reporter that Angelo is going to be an easy fight, and he's just here to hand us the belt. So they don't think it's a serious fight, and they're going to find out this is the worst fucking thing that ever happened to Rafael Espinosa. So I can't wait. I'm taking this fight as a war. I respect Rafa. I love Rafa, but you're in the way of a dream that one of my best friends had for a long time, and you're going to get beat up. Khalil Cole overdid it, man. What are your thoughts on the weight miss? Completely unserious fighter. Unserious. I could understand a pound, 2 pounds, 7 pounds. Like, he wasn't even trying. Unserious. Tio's getting washed. Shakur's undervalued because he's not a power puncher. Not just that. It's also like, his personality. His personality turns a lot of people off. He doesn't have that charisma like a Floyd. I mean, it's an option. It's definitely an option, but I mean, I feel like certain things you gotta leave the past in the past. I'm like that in life. I'm like that with boxing. Leave the past in the past. Like, a lot of people say they miss HBO boxing and they want Max Kellerman and Jim Ledley back on HBO. Listen, I like Jim. He's an OG. He's a great man, great commentator, all those things. Just leave it in the past. Dickens had Venado versus Angelo on Top Rank class the other day. Great fight. It is one of my favorite fights in history, and thus far my favorite night in boxing so far my entire life. It'll be my second favorite night. My second favorite night in boxing after this Espinosa fight. I can't wait. Just here to hand us the belts is crazy. Let's see how they feel when he's on the ground holding his body. I mean, yeah, man. Like I respect him. Listen, I met Rafa. I was the only English media, American media that interviewed him before he fought basically the first fight in South Florida. And he's always shown me nothing but respect. And it's not him talking. I know it's not him talking. So I have nothing against him personally. It's just, sometimes these managers and these advisors, they get too big for the bridges and they don't know what the fuck they're looking at. And they're gonna find out. So just train hard. Because we're gonna put everything. Like we're gonna put our whole life into this. It's war. Shout out to everybody here, man. We're waiting for the main event. I think the card has slowed up a little bit. It ain't what it was early on.
Yeah.
Right now I'm gonna demote because of that last fight. I'm demoting it to a B minus now.
Okay.
It's a B minus.
Yeah.
All right. So it was a B, but that fight being co-main event dropped it down to a B minus.
Oh
Now, if Callum Walsh and Carlos Ocampo, if it looks anything like Callum Walsh versus Fernando Vargas Jr., I'm demoting it to a C plus. Okay. So this next fight, we need action. We need that. No, it's not on free TV. It's on Paramount Plus. So if you have a Paramount Plus subscription, that's where you can go find it. Shout out to my main man. One of the other parts, a very intricate part of Team Leo, and one of my best friends in the world, and the pride and joy of all, not just North Las Vegas, but the whole Las Vegas. We're talking Summerlin, we're talking Spring Valley, we're talking the whole Las Vegas. My boy Johnny Cortijo. He says, great show. The only thing missing is a good knockout, and I think it's just a little bit too long. I wish the show was a little bit shorter. Well, Johnny, I think the reason the show is so long is because unlike a lot of other boxing telecasts, ZUFFA Boxing actually broadcast the whole card, which I like that aspect of it. It's just that the fights haven't fully delivered on action.
And what's funny, they go one after another. They don't even have.
There's no breaks.
Yeah.
Like there's no breaks. Normally, when I do these lives, I could go get a snack and go to that. Nope, can't sit down. Next fight is coming on.
You can now store your luggage at 7-Eleven in Osaka in Japan.
Sounds about right. You've been doing a lot of research on Japan.
No, I'm getting like a whole bunch of Japan.
You sound like you want to go. You try to go?
Just telling the stores and.
Yo, guys, Pop's been on Instagram the last I don't know how many days. He keeps showing me and sending me Japan stuff, so I feel like he's getting that itch.
Yeah, man. We wasn't gonna go to Puerto Rico for this thing, but I'm going through some crap over here.
Yeah, so that'd be good. Yo, when you go to Japan, that's gonna be a movie. The whole true school Japanese audience gonna come looking for you.
Kyoto,
Have been to Kyoto?
Yeah.
Yes, that's where Kenshiro's from.
Oh, wow.
I've been there. I've only been there one time though.
Yeah. There's a lot of houses, apartments abandoned. People just leave because they went to the big cities.
Yeah.
You can literally like get them for like $500.
You try to move to Kyoto?
No, I mean, and all over Japan, the most of
no, I know.
Wow.
TSM says Pops will get the Inoue interview before BT.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be mad about it. If Pops got the Inoue interview before me, it's still gonna go up here on True School Sports, so we still win. We still win regardless.
Going to bed? Come on. Going to bed?
Hold on, guys. My bad, guys. I'm back. My man Rafa Ali says, I got Ocampo with the upset. A lot of people seem to have him with the upset. I ain't mad at that. Callum Walsh, he didn't exactly light the world on fire his last fight against Fernando Vargas Jr. This is a higher level than Fernando Vargas Jr. Whether you want to grade Ocampo highly or not, he's fought Earl Spence. He fought Fundura. He's been on a much bigger stage than this, so he's not going to be fazed by Callum Walsh. It's Callum Walsh that got to prove, that he's really on that top level. So we'll see how it goes. I got Walsh by decision. So here's Carlos Ocampo. Hold on, guys. So Carlos Ocampo, the former world title challenger, Mexican warrior, looking to really, I would say, if he wins tonight, if he comes out here on the inaugural ZUFFA Boxing card and beats up on Callum Walsh, hands down the biggest win of his career, I think it'll put him it'll put his career in a much different trajectory, especially with him being a Mexican fighter. Mexican fighter to knock out the young rising Irish star. Yeah, I would do a lot for him. So yeah, he's in the ring now. My man TSS says, do you think Spence and Charles should fight each other? Honestly, when it comes to like Spence, Thurman, Charlo, like that whole era, they need to just all of them need to retire because they're all unserious about boxing at this point. Y'all done made some great money. Like if they were really dedicated to the sport, I would say fight on, but like they don't really want to fight. They just want to make a quick buck and calm the boxing fans. So I ain't with all that. They can stay right where they're at. They can stay retired. So here's Callum Walsh. This is the guy that this is one of the franchise fighters of ZUFFA Boxing. This is one of the guys that Dana White has been advising and guiding since he had this guy Callum Walsh fighting on UFC Fight Pass cards. And I'll tell you right now, he may say like, "Oh, we have these 50-50 fights. We don't care who wins." I can believe you me. He wants Callum Walsh to win. This is one of their guys. Have I talked about tension versus Guy Estrada? No, I haven't. It's on my list though. It's kind of like a whatever fight, to be honest with you. Like I don't really care the most for it because Guy was not really a bantamweight. But I mean, it's good to see tension get back out there, and I'll have more to say on it when I do my video. Right now, I haven't really thought too deeply about it. It did. It just came and went, and these guys were inactive for most of it. So that's why I'm at where I'm at with all those guys. It's like you guys want to come and calm the boxing fans, and no, fuck that. Go stay retired. Do you think ZUFFA Boxing will take over the WBC? No, I don't. I think they'll both exist. They'll both be an avenue for fighters at different levels. Hyro says, I kind of want Ocampo to win. I don't have like for me. I mean, I understand why you do because he's fought on PBC and I know how much you love PBC. For me, I don't. I'm chilling now. Tomorrow, I'll be a bit more wired up, but right now I'm just chilling. Is it dangerous going to Japan, and where do you recommend, and what shouldn't you do if you go? No, Japan's one of the safest countries in all of America, or in all the world, I should say, not America, in the whole world. It's so safe. You could walk at 2 or 3 in the morning. No one's gonna bother you. Everyone minds their business. So that's one thing I like about it. As far as where you should go, I mean, I like a lot. I mean, I like obviously Tokyo is a must for the first time, like Shibuya and all that. But for me personally, my favorite cities in Japan are Osaka. Definitely Osaka, Mito, Japan, which is more like rural Japan. It's real peaceful over there, and Takamatsu, which is also like that's on an island. So yeah, a lot of cool things to see in Japan. I still haven't even seen everything I want to see in Japan, and I spent like 5 months of my life there. If you add up all the trips I've gone on. So right now they're doing the introductions. I'm waiting for the fight to start. When the fight starts, I'll zone in. But right now, I'm gonna get you guys' comments. If Jai is signed for ZUFFA, does that mean he is vacating his IBF title because he is not 100% with ZUFFA, or can he have the ZUFFA and IBF? Well, from what I've read and from what's been told to me, basically the way that deal works is very similar to like Inoue's deal with Top Rank. So Jai's Australian rights are still with Tasman Fighters, his promotional company, but his American TV rights are with ZUFFA Boxing. So I think because of how his deal is structured, it's going to allow him to have some flexibility. But I don't know. Like Dana White himself even said, like, we're still fleshing this thing out and we're still figuring things out as we go. So that's what I'm saying. That's why you don't see me overreacting. You don't see me getting too high. I'm taking it for what it is. I'm just being very observant. Probably won't really have any deep judgments about ZUFFA Boxing until we get about like 3 or 4 cards in, a couple months in. You should promote Japanese boxers. And do you know any Japanese? I know like 10 words Japanese. I gotta stop being a lazy asshole and actually go sit down and practice my Japanese, because I'll learn it. I'll learn it, like, I wouldn't say fast, but I have a, when I focus on something, I can learn things very quickly. I just haven't. It's hard for me to focus on things. All this time on social media and YouTube these years, it's really messing my attention span. But I know plenty of Japanese fighters. That much I do know. I don't think he is. I could be wrong, but I don't think he is. All right, round 1, Callum Walsh versus Ocampo. Callum Walsh comes out right away and fires a left hand down the middle that connects, a straight left hand that connects on Ocampo. Ocampo comes out. Ooh, Callum Walsh already landed a big right hook and a big left hand. So Ocampo already, holes in Ocampo's defense have been found by the Irishman. Ooh, good left hook by Callum Walsh. Good feint there from Callum Walsh. Callum Walsh circles to his left. Oh, good left hook by Ocampo. Some action here right away. Straight to it. Yeah, Callum Walsh is circling. He's the one that's moving. It's more Ocampo on the front foot right now. Oh, good counter right hook by Callum Walsh. And then a left hand by Callum Walsh. Callum Walsh is running Ocampo into big shots here early in this fight.
The truth is, if you're skillful enough, you can do what you want to do. This is my ring, make me stop.
Right.
But to your point, it's a traditional way of doing it.
If he's countering, if he's stepping clockwise.
No, Ocampo hasn't got knocked out yet, but I'll tell you this: he keeps taking the shots like this. He's gonna get knocked out within 3 or 4 rounds. Callum Walsh running him into crazy shots early on. Callum Walsh, good feints there from Callum Walsh. Ooh, big overhand left from Callum Walsh. Ocampo's taking it though. He's taking the shot so far. I don't know how many more of those he can take, but so far here in the first round, he's taking them just fine. Good boxing here from Callum Walsh. Callum Walsh doing a great job of changing his rhythm, changing his cadence over here on Ocampo. Yeah, Callum Walsh's power has made Ocampo put his hands in his pocket here in round 1. Ocampo is not on that front foot as much because he knows if he crosses that line, Callum Walsh will commit to some offense and throw shots with real heat on them. So, yeah, a clear Callum Walsh round. I think early on, Ocampo has to weather this early storm and then build his way into the fight. I think that's what the general consensus coming into the fight, and thus far in the first round, that's really what's playing itself out. So, yeah, you got that. Shout out to all 26 you guys rocking me. Make sure you guys smash that like button. It's your boy BT doing our first of 2 live fight reaction extravaganzas for the week. We are going to be live tomorrow again for Andy Cruz versus Raymond Murataya. So make sure you guys go ahead and you make your plans to be on that live as well, because it's going to be a great time. Am I familiar with Fitz Vanderpool? Yeah, he fought, like, I'm not going to say I know his whole career, but I know he fought Bernard Hopkins back in the day. That much I do know. Theo Vaughn. Yo, guys, who's Theo Vaughn? I keep hearing everybody talk about Theo Vaughn. Who the hell is Theo Vaughn? I don't know pop culture like that. I be in this boxing bubble too much. Who's Theo Vaughn? Whoever he is, he's sitting ringside. All right, round 2. Let's see if Ocampo can make Callum Walsh feel what he brings to the table, because thus far it's been damn near all Callum Walsh. I mean, Ocampo landed a good shot here, a good shot there, but Callum Walsh is controlling the fight with his feet, his feints, and whenever he decides to commit, he's landing some really significant shots. Good overhead left by Callum Walsh, but Ocampo commits to a nice right hand. He scored, actually. Yeah, you did. You did. I think it was you. Yeah, you told me about Ruslan Abdullayev. I got a chance to check him out. Good fighter. We'll see if he does better than a lot of these Uzbek fighters that have stepped up to the world level and haven't been doing so good recently. But so far, looks like a guy to watch in the Golden Boy stable. He's a comedian. Okay, that's good to know. Good right hook by Callum Walsh again. So it's been the right hook for Walsh time and time again. He continues to run Ocampo into the right hook, but to Ocampo's credit, thus far, he's taken it very, very well. And we'll see if he can build his way into the fight if he doesn't get knocked out. Ocampo starting to probe that lead hand. He's starting to probe the lead hand. Another right hook by Callum Walsh. And a left hand to the body from Callum Walsh. Good jab there by Ocampo.
Something landed that made him second guess if he should throw his offense.
Why would it does look to me like Walsh is choosing to move clockwise as a southpaw? Why would he do that?
Why not?
Well, because
good body shots there by Walsh. Walsh with 2 nice straight left hands to the body of Ocampo. And Ocampo, like I said, although he's Mexican and he's moving forward, this punching power of Callum Walsh is getting his respect. And there you go, a 1-2 down the middle from Callum Walsh. A right hook again from Callum Walsh. Ocampo cannot move his head out of the way to save his life. He's getting caught with everything. But thus far, Callum Walsh still hasn't put him down. He hasn't buckled him or anything like that. Walsh looks good right now. Right now, Ocampo looks like a tailor-made opponent. Like, this is the best I've seen Callum Walsh look in a couple fights, to be honest with you.
that makes a lot of sense. When the guy is used to you trying to impose a certain
That'd be a good fight. Nikita ZUFFA versus Walsh, that'd be a good fight, but I don't think like No Limit Boxing and ZUFFA, they're not gonna do that fight. They both want to build their guys up a lot more. Maybe if both guys were further advanced in their development and star power wise, maybe, but not now. Not right now. Okay, all right. That was his brother Sid, but Fitz fought Fernando Vargas, currently training at the gym. Oh shit, okay, I got my Vanderpools mixed up. Dope, good for you, man. We're officially 3 hours into this live, guys. So I hope you guys have had a great time over the course of these 3 hours as we sit here and observe and absorb the first ever ZUFFA Boxing card. I promise tomorrow's live is going to be a lot better, so make sure you guys tune in for tomorrow's live. Johnny says, ZUFFA got some USA ropes, I just noticed. Well, Dana White, he is a proud American for good, whether you like it or not. Proud American. So I like that part about Dana White. Stars and stripes, baby. Anyway, round 3. Let's see if Callum Walsh can finally buckle and hurt Ocampo. Ocampo marches forward. We know Ocampo's head's going to be right there in the center line. He's not going nowhere. So this is where Callum Walsh got to show that extra bit of quality, that extra bit of class to sit him down. Ooh. Ocampo threw a left hook that was a little low, and Callum Walsh didn't like that, and the referee warns him, hey, you throwing punches too damn low.
super interesting, Andre, what you said in the last round about the southpaw. Joe, you pointed out. Fighting a southpaw is always like, oh, you're not used to this.
Yo, Callum Walsh's footwork is a lot better this fight than I remember in the Vargas fight. But again, that's because this guy Ocampo was flat-footed. He's not giving him any reason to Like he's not really giving him any different looks, footwork wise, feint wise, offensively. Like so, Callum Walsh gonna stay in control this whole fight unless Ocampo just catch him with something crazy or start putting him on the back foot or warming him. But his head doesn't go anywhere. So Callum Walsh right there just caught him again. Circle to his right through the right hook, and his head was right there, and he caught him. Oh, good uppercut to the body from Callum Walsh. Good feint there from Ocampo, but it doesn't throw off of it, and he's just mirroring. He's mirroring Callum Walsh. Callum Walsh is in control of every aspect of this fight. So right now, guys, look, I mentioned to you earlier. I said that this card it went from a B to a B minus because of the last fight that was very anticlimactic. You know, Thomas Taylor doing his bullshit. Right now, unless Callum Walsh if Callum Walsh does not deliver a highlight reel knockout, I'm demoting this to a C plus card. Started off very promising, but it's not ending up very promising. Ocampo was paid to be a punching bag, and you know what? He's doing a great job of that. You know, he's doing a great job of being an everlast punching bag. Right now, if you're just tuning into the live, Callum Walsh is winning. He's in firm control of the fight against Ocampo. He's won the first 2 rounds. He's on his way to win the 3rd round. Ocampo hasn't really shown much resistance and hasn't looked really threatening at all in the fight. Callum Walsh is doing whatever he wants to do, when he wants to do it, and how he wants to do it. There you go. Again, another left hand by Callum Walsh. Ocampo's one of those guys that if you didn't hit him upside his head, he'd be offended. Do you want Inoue's first featherweight fight to be with Nick Paul? I want it because it will stop Nick Paul bitching. I would like his first featherweight fight to be with the WBO and IBF and Ring Magazine lineal champion Angelo Leo, because that's what he's going to be when he beats up on Espinoza. I would like that fight, but you know, Nick Paul was a good fight too, but you know, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how the landscape shakes out. You know, these guys got to fight. I'm a firm believer that, you know, these guys, someone has to separate themselves and earn that payday and earn that fight and earn the opportunity to be in a great legacy fight like that against a great fighter like Inoue. So for me personally, I don't think Nick Paul's earned it. I don't think Rafael Espinoza has quite earned it yet. And you know, like Angelo's my boy, I don't think he's earned it yet. I feel like these guys got to fight each other. We got to sort some things out, and whoever can sort things out the quickest and the swiftest, that's who deserves the fight. But right now, nah. So 3 rounds into the inaugural ZUFFA Boxing main event, and there's Nate Diaz ringside. Not really much going on right now. It's been a glorified sparring session. Ocampo is operating like a punching bag as Callum Walsh lands another 2 right hooks. Good left hand there by Callum Walsh, and Callum Walsh circles to his left. Good right hook by Callum Walsh, and Callum Walsh now throwing check hooks. Now this is the best. Honestly, this is the best Callum Walsh I've ever seen. I ain't seen him counter so good in my life. He's countering, he's circling, he's feinting, he's moving. I swear to God, I've watched this is my 5th time watching Callum Walsh fight, and he fought some like smaller guys who came up in weight. But as far as overall boxing skill, this is the best I've seen him look so far. But again, we're still in round 4, and fights don't start until the 5th round. So we'll see if Callum Walsh can maintain this movement and this counter punching as we get it deeper into the fight. Yeah, great point there from Andre Ward. All the shots he's landed so far have been headshots. Not so much to the body. Not really the most educated punch selection from Callum Walsh. It's been very, very accurate because of the guy you're fighting, but it's been also equally repetitive. If Inoue retires, where is he in my all-time list? I mean, if he retires right now, I mean, he'd be up there. Tommy, my man Tommy says, punching bag. He has 3 losses. I think making excuses and looking for reason why Walsh isn't the real deal and hate that your boy sucks. I don't even like Callum Walsh. I've been the main person that said Callum Walsh isn't as great as they think, and I've been saying he's a knockout lot. What are you talking about? I'm sitting here chilling. See, I'm sitting here chilling. I have no rooting interest in this fight. I only had one fight on this card where I had a rooting interest. That was Max Ornelas and Omar Trinidad. Other than that, I've been chilling. Callum Walsh is a guy that can sell some tickets. He's a big, strong kid who can punch a little bit. But I never came out here and said he was this creme de la creme, future top pound for pound fighter. Nah, he's a good ticket seller. He'll be involved in some good little fights, action fights in his career. And yeah, Ocampo is just very limited. I can't believe that Ocampo he gets hit with everything. Like, he does not move. He refuses to move his head up a line, and it's like every punch from every angle that Callum Walsh commits to, damn near all of them are landing. The biggest disappointment from the Callum Walsh side of things is that he hasn't been able to actually hurt Ocampo, and that's a testament to Ocampo's durability. Like many Mexican fighters, you hit these guys with a brick on fire, and they can't do much with it. That's why my prediction was Callum Walsh by decision, because I don't think that Callum Walsh is going to knock this guy out, but I also don't think that Ocampo's going to throw enough volume or knock Callum Walsh out. I think Callum Walsh is going to win damn near all the rounds, and he's going to box, he's going to move, he's going to do what he wants to do. Yeah. No comment, Hyro. No comment. That might be a better, as fucked up as it sounds, that might be a better card. My man says Walsh is a hype job. Walsh is the great white hope in 2026. We need to find a better great white hope because he ain't it. All right, so we had round 5, the inaugural main event on these inaugural ZUFFA Boxing card between Callum Walsh and Ocampo. It's really just, guys, it's been paid sparring so far, live sparring. Good body shot again by Callum Walsh. Good counter overhand left from Callum Walsh. It was partially blocked by Ocampo. Yo, if y'all got questions that have nothing to do with this fight or about this fight, drop them in the comments. This is ridiculous. Come on, Ocampo. You gotta show Callum Walsh a bit more resistance here. You're a veteran fighter. You've been in there with Spence. You've been there with Fundora, and it's like Callum Walsh is just boxing when he wants to box. He's countering when he wants to counter. Only thing is, he just doesn't have the craft or the punch selection to knock this guy out. What is the next major fight that you have pressed for? Well, it was supposed to be this weekend in Puerto Rico. I was supposed to cover the Xander Zayas fight. I did get accepted to it, but I chose not to go because this Angelo Leo Espinosa thing is coming up, and I want to save some money because I'm gonna go to Campo Angelo, and so the next major fight I'll probably be at will be Ryan Garcia versus Mario Barrios. So expect me to be at that one. You might be right. I think you might be right. If is Tank's career over? Forget his career. We're talking about his life as a free citizen of America. Like, he keeps getting in trouble. Abbas Barrow beat Xander. I could see it. My prediction for that fight, I got Xander winning a controversial split decision. I think that's going to be a fight where people say Abbas Barrow got robbed and Xander got exposed. Has this Zuffa card held up compared to how has it held up? It started off very promising. Prelims were very good. Cain Sandoval versus Julian Rodriguez was very good. But like after Cain Sandoval's fight versus Julian Rodriguez, it's been pretty much a dud. So right now, I'm gonna say it's like a C plus. Do I believe that the rumors of Floyd going broke? I don't know, and I don't care. It's that I mean, I don't pocket watch other men. You know, I don't think he's capable of going broke, but that's just my opinion. Is Xander's fight on ESPN? No, it is on Tubi. It's on Tubi on the Top Rating Classics channel. This fight sucks. Callum Walsh being the poster boy of Zuffa is going to be his downfall. We'll see, man. What I would like to know, because for me, I feel like with Callum Walsh, they should be doing his fights in Ireland. That dude sells tickets over there in Ireland. If you're gonna do Callum Walsh, do Callum Walsh promotion properly. Like do that shit in Ireland where he sells tickets. No, I'm dead ass serious. It's on Tubi. Like they've had a couple shows on Tubi. They had Rafael Espinosa's fight against Arnold K. was on Tubi. What was the other one? And I think they had one of the Japanese cards on Tubi. Nah, they have their own channel on Tubi, and they're doing their fights there. As we enter the sixth round of Callum Walsh versus Ocampo, a fight where it's been pretty straightforward. You know, Callum Walsh won every round. Ocampo landed a good left hook there, but no resistance. Yes, it's free. Correct. I'm not shitting on it. I mean, I have my questions about like Top Rank in the future, but I watch Top Rank Classics all the time when I'm editing videos and when I'm up late at night, and I always have it in the background, so I'm cool with it. Good right hand by Ocampo there as he marches forward. We're in the second half of the fight. For the love of God, Ocampo, come on. Left hook to the body from Ocampo. And now he's starting to get to Callum Walsh a little bit here. Walsh isn't having as easy of a time getting distance, but he lands a good jab right there on Ocampo. Who do I want to be on the undercard of Naoya Inoue Nakatani? Yugo Osaki for the world title, but I know I won't get my wish. That's the only guy I want on the undercard for Inoue Nakatani, my boy Yugo Osaki. Why ever since Max Kellerman came back, he's just a dick rider. He always talks about Dana White. To quote someone I once heard say this, it's almost like he was summoned. You know, like I got respect for Max. He's done a lot in our business and things like that, but it's almost like Turkey and them, they summoned him, and you know, he's just being blackmailed, so he has to cuck for all this stuff. Like first it was, that's a knockdown. Wow. Ocampo threw a left hook that hit Callum Walsh, and Callum Walsh's glove touched the camera. So Ocampo actually just got a knockdown, even though it was not. Walsh wasn't hurt. So there you go, Callum Walsh exposed. Hell yeah. Come on, Ocampo, use it as momentum, even though like really you didn't really hurt him. Exposed. Earl Spence. Listen, you got dropped by the guy that Earl Spence knocked out in one round. Wall circles to his left. Yeah, see now look, this is the first bit of resistance that Ocampo really done put on this dude. And now Callum Walsh look like he's running out of ideas. He can't keep on the end of his punches. He's not in control no more. Callum Walsh looking very much like a front runner. And I'll say this. It's a 10-8 round. We're in the 6th round. If Ocampo can dominate the back half of this fight, I don't know. What was it? Wow, Ocampo didn't even really hit him. Like he just got off balance and his glove touched the canvas as Ocampo was punching, so they counted it a knockdown. Vargas knocked him down too, but they played him. Yeah, I remember that. But you can't do that your first Zuffa card, you know? Yeah, call it right. Do you think we see Ibuki move up when Bam drops belts to be a 3-division champ since there's no chance he gets the Bam fight. Well, listen, Bam Rodriguez will never touch Ibuki with a 10-foot pole. He's not old enough. He don't punch soft enough, and he's not Mr. Honda. He's with Kameda and them. So that's definitely one fight that will ever happen. Never, for so many reasons. I would like to see Ibuki. If Ricardo Sandoval beats Olas Kuaga, I think Ibuki fights Ricardo Sandoval. I don't know. He always has he always gets overpaid. But anyway, round 7. Let's see if Carlos Ocampo can build upon that knockdown that he just received. Oh my God. How are you getting? Oh my God! Ocampo about to expose Callum Walsh again. Good body shot there by Ocampo. Well, Walsh throws a little shoe shine, and now like I'm noticing now too. When Walsh lands, there's not as much steam on the punches. They're not having as much of an effect on Ocampo as they did earlier. Good body shot there from Ocampo. A right uppercut to the body. And Walsh's whole upper body looks stiff now. Earlier he was loose, he was fluid, he was moving. Now he looks very, very stiff. Have I seen Ibuki fight live? No, I have not. I would love to see Ibuki fight live. I'm actually supposed to. I was supposed to interview Ibuki when I went to Japan in 2024. We agreed to it. We talked about it. I just couldn't. Our schedules never meshed, so. He's one of the guys that that's at the top of the list when I go back to Japan to interview. Honestly, you've been praying for this stuff since the beginning of the fight. Walsh ain't this. Walsh ain't that. Remember this when he gets the belt. I bet you didn't like Fury either. You're a joke. Tyson Fury was at one point in time. Tyson Fury was one of my favorite fighters. What the fuck are you talking about? Like. I mean, what? I mean, which belt are we talking about? Are we talking about the ZUFFA belt or the world titles? I don't hate Callum Walsh. Callum Walsh seems like a nice guy. I've watched this like 4 or 5 of his fights where he's got knockouts and he's been entertaining. I got nothing against him. I don't know if he's, one of them top guys like that. 1000%. I go every single year. So if I don't go in May, I'll go in August or September. Honestly, that's not sound like a half bad idea. Maybe I'll tune in after I end this live. Good overhand left by Callum Walsh here in round 7. The guy said I'm a joke, but he's over here watching me. Good counter left hand by Callum Walsh. Yeah, this card, I mean, it started off very promising. I think if they would have just put the Julian Rodriguez fight with Sandoval as the co-main, it would have been a B. But because they put that Misael Rodriguez co-main event, it can't be a B. It has to be C. I mean, look, it's the first card. I'm sure they're gonna work really hard to get better. One thing about Dana White, one thing you can't take from him, he's a workaholic. He worked insanely hard. To get to where he's at, and I'm sure they'll look at what worked, what didn't, and they'll put the best foot forward to put on a better show the next time. But right now, man, Callum Walsh. I mean, I picked him by decision. Right now, we're on track for that. Right now, we're on track for a Callum Walsh decision. Because he can't seem to really hurt Ocampo, and Ocampo is durable and taking all of his shots. So I mean, right now we're on track. But y'all, let me know what you think, man. We here through the good, the bad, the ugly, the exciting, and the boring. Does Turkey own ZUFFA? He doesn't own ZUFFA. It's Dana White's thing, but ZUFFA is part of like this plan to have a boxing league. I don't have Paramount. What do you think? I'm your fanboy. Yeah, you've been on my dick ever since you got to this live. You've been on my dick talking about you're a joke. You're hitting on Callum. I have nothing against Callum Walsh. You've been on my dick since we got on this damn live. Yes, you are a fanboy. You're my fan. And if you want, I'll sign an autograph for you if you want one. I'm over here chilling. Like I'm not even like how I normally am for these lives. And you want to come on here and say I'm hating on Callum Walsh because you're a Callum Walsh fanboy. You're a Callum Walsh dick rider. That's your cross to bear. That ain't my cross. That's your problem, not my problem. Anyway, we in round 7. Is the guy that Raul Valenzuela is fighting any good? Diego Torres, he's a good action fighter. You know, you're giving me bias play by play, but it's play by play nonetheless. I'm not giving you. He's winning the fight. I'm not giving you bias play by play. He's winning the fight. Carlos Ocampo did get a knockdown. I know you don't want to believe it, but Callum Walsh's glove touched the canvas. They called it a knockdown about a round ago. He's winning the fight. I picked him by decision. We're on track for that right now. He was very good the first 5 rounds. Right now, he's starting to box a bit better, you know, getting on his toes, circling to his right. See, now he's getting back to what he was doing earlier, getting back to his boxing. Last 2 rounds, he was like real stiff, standing right in front of Ocampo. I don't even like Ocampo, but okay. Yeah, good left hand there by Callum Walsh. I agree. I don't know. Good boxing from Callum Walsh. There you go. Ocampo he grazes Walsh with a jab, but nothing really too crazy there from Ocampo. Good 1-2 down the middle from Callum Walsh. There you go. Callum Walsh jabbing a lot better in this round than he was the last 2 rounds. There you go. Nice. Sharp 1-2 down the middle from Callum Walsh. But then Walsh gets caught with a jab from Ocampo. Last 10 seconds here in round 7. I mean, we'll see. We'll see, man. He's this is the guy he's fighting is a fringe world level fighter. And yeah, he's winning the fight. He's outboxing him. So you know, I'm on track. I'm gonna get my prediction right. But I don't know, man. If you talk about him fighting them upper echelon 154 pounders, you know, the Xander Zayas, the Bakram Zaliev, the Boots, the Virgil, the Fundora, this will not cut it at that level. I'm telling you that right now. So yes, the same Diego Torres I fought Muratai. Yup, that's who it is. It's crazy. I mean, hey, everybody needs fans, right? Like everyone needs fans. You know, and look, he did put when Walsh fought Ruanowski in Ireland, I think he sold like 8,000 or 9,000 tickets. So I mean, there's people out there that clearly like love the guy, like, and that's why I'm saying Dana White should take him to Ireland, you know, where he's where he's got fans. Do you think ZUFFA will have to sell stadium arena for people to take the ZUFFA belt serious? I think in order for people to take the ZUFFA belt serious, it's more about the quality of fighters that hold the ZUFFA belt. It's the fighters that legitimize the title, not the venues. So, you know, get the best fighters you can. So Walsh, what was it? A head clash? Oh, so Ocampo hit Walsh below the belt, and Walsh is getting some time to recuperate from getting hit in the nuts. Yep. And they have went ahead and deducted a point from Carlos Ocampo. So Carlos Ocampo loses the extra point that he got earlier in the fight from the knockdown. So do I think that Zayas might fight Virgil next since he fights on Tubi? Zayas fell off. Zayas hasn't fallen off. Top Rank fell off. No, I don't think they fight next. He's still green compared yet, but he has plenty of time. Your hate is... I don't hate him. I don't hate Callum Walsh, but he is ranked. He's a top 15 fighter, so he's getting to that level. So I'm just telling you what it is. he will sell big ticket. I've already acknowledged he's already in Ireland. He's a big ticket seller, and maybe he'll be a big ticket seller in America. But I don't know, man. I have my questions about him. They got to keep matching him with the right guys. Possibly. We all need love, though. We all need support. So keep supporting Callum Walsh. He's a true warrior, a true Irish warrior. We're here around, was it round 7? You know, he's gonna win this fight. He's not in trouble. You know, the point that he lost the knockdown, he got it back because they get deducted the point from Ocampo for hitting him in the dick. So you're good, man. Be happy. Cal, your boy's winning. Don't come at me. I'm just chilling. Good left hand to the body, then a right hook to the head from Callum Walsh. Good combinations there from Callum Walsh. Walsh circles to the left as Ocampo marches forward. Ocampo marches forward, but he's not really throwing anything. Callum Walsh goes to the right. Callum Walsh goes to the left. Callum Walsh throws a half-hearted right hook that doesn't really land. Walsh ties up Ocampo. Yeah, Callum Walsh is winning the fight. Look, he looks a little flat here in the back half of the fight, but it's okay. He's not going to pay for it because Ocampo just doesn't have anything to offer him. Callum Walsh is a level and a half above him. Good right hook by Callum Walsh. I wonder, like, okay, ZUFFA Boxing, are they going to work with other people, like other promoters? Because if they are, I'd be very intrigued to see some of the guys in the top 15 that Callum Walsh winds up fighting. Because he's in the top 15 himself. He's a top 15 54-pounder. It's not about coming at you. I watched back your show. You were hating in your commentary. I don't hate Callum Walsh. I'm just telling you simply what I'm telling you that this is a guy. So look, I don't know how much boxing you know. This is a guy that fought Errol Spence. Errol Spence blew him out in 1 round. Okay, he fought Sebastian Fundora. Fundora went the full distance with him because Fundora in that fight, he fought a style he normally doesn't fight. He worked more on his boxing, right? Callum Walsh is this big knockout punch. He was hitting him with everything in the first couple rounds, and he's not showing the extra bit of quality to get him out of there. Now, I'm not going to hold that against him because I expected that. I picked him by decision. But you're over here, whatever. God bless you. Yeah, he's definitely still green, though. That's for sure. But again, you can't say once a guy becomes a ranked fighter, he's a you know, you can be green, but you know that's around the time where you start saying, okay, how does this guy fare with certain guy in the top 15? This is a 16 pro fight, like he's not no prospect no more. Tim Tszyu, yes, Tim Tszyu knocked him out in the first round. So I mean, I wasn't expecting him to knock out Ocampo in the first round, but with all the shots you landed, I was at least expecting by the 7th round at the latest, you get him out of there, and you pack him up. But again, I picked him by decision, so I'm not shocked. But we're in the 10th round. Let's see if Callum Walsh can get the exclamation point. I doubt he will, but let's see. Good, nice right hook by Callum Walsh. Nice boxing by Callum Walsh here. You don't got to risk yourself, Callum. Just box him. That's all I gotta do. Oh man, say yeah, this is boring. I just turned on Adam 22 versus Jason Love. Hey, do your thing, man. Pro box shows are better than this. I would agree. I actually covered the first pro box show ever. Well, the main event was Jimmy Kelly versus Kanat Islam. I would say if we're comparing the first pro box show ever versus the first Super show ever, first pro box show was much better. A lot of y'all are saying Zuffa will flop. We'll, we'll see. What happened? So Ocampo was hit below the belt, and he didn't like it. He took some time off, but now they reset. 1 minute and 20 seconds left here in the 10th and final round between Callum Walsh and Ocampo. Good sharp counter left hand by Callum Walsh. See, I like when he does that. I like Callum Walsh, the counter puncher. I like him when he's boxing, when he's on his toes. But when he gets real stiff and just stands in front of these dudes, I hate that shit. Box. You can box. Callum Walsh can box. Just box a little bit, throw some body shots every now and then, you'll be all right. I'm not really intrigued with that. I feel like, Guile was so old and washed up when he fought Bam. It's like, I don't want to see him in another weight class year and a half later. Sorry. Even though I like Guile, big Guile fan. Yeah, so Callum Walsh, he understands. This is part of the learning process. Every fighter goes through this. You fight a guy who, nice fight by Callum Walsh. You fight a guy that you hit with your best shots, and you can't get him out of there. And for him, this is that guy. You can't get him out of there. No matter what he's hit him with, he can't get Carlos Ocampo out of there. And I thought that would happen as we enter the last 10 seconds. This fight's going the distance as I thought it would. And there you go. The fight goes the full 10-round distance. Callum Walsh is going to win a very wide points decision. Still, obviously, a lot of development to be had with him in his 16 pro fight. And I'm sure Dana White, Tom Loeffler, all the people that run his career, make the executive decisions in his career, I'm sure they're going to move him along real nicely. So we'll see how it goes. But listen, guys, now that the whole card has concluded, I can sit here and honestly tell you this card was a C. I won't even say it was a C. Started off real promising, got really stale towards the end. So they gotta order these fights a bit better. What big name fighter is going to fight Iglesias at 168? I was thinking it was going to be Troy Williamson, but I guess he might have to fight Callum Simpson in a rematch. So unfortunately for him, he won't get that title shot. I don't know. It could be like a whole Matias Hergovich IBF situation. But guys, look, I'm gonna wait for this. I'm gonna wait for this decision to get announced. I'm gonna listen to this Callum Walsh interview right quick. I'm gonna talk for 2 or 3 minutes after that, and then we're gonna go ahead and wrap this live up. Johnny says the show started good. Show started off good. Last was mid. Definitely was excited for the show. I'm giving it a C, Johnny. I'm giving it a C because Cain Sandoval and Julian Rodriguez was the clear co-main event for this fight, and they put it as the opener, and then they put Misael Rodriguez's fight co-main event, which made no sense. So the ordering of the fight, and then Callum Walsh not getting a knockout against a guy who was made to order for a knockout for him, C. They did some good things. I won't say it was all bad, but a C. Definitely a C. But it's first show. Not everyone can be pro box and Chris Glover. So they announced the decision. I had the same prediction. I picked it right, Johnny. Picked that one right. So Callum Walsh on points. I picked it right. That's all that matters. I'm not even gonna wait for this. I honestly don't even want to wait for this. Actually, it's right here. We'll listen to it. Here's Callum Walsh, guys.
Almost 50 years. How do you rate your performance tonight? I thought even the round where you got the official knockout, I thought you won that round too, to be honest. How do you rate this performance?
Yeah, I feel a lot better. I feel like I've improved since last fight. Cardio-wise, I felt a lot better. I'm never happy with the performance unless I knock him out. You know what I mean? I feel like, but getting the 10 rounds is good. You know what I mean? Getting the 10 rounds again is good for me. The opponents are getting tougher and tougher. He's been in there with the best of them. You know what I mean? He's only lost to the best of them. And yeah, it was a good experience. It was a good night. And all around, I'm happy to get the win.
Was that on your mind? Like, look, I'm having my way with this guy. I'm winning easy. I have to go 10 rounds. He has been 12 rounds before. Was that on your mind at all? Let me pace myself. Let me not try to do too much.
No, I was very happy with my conditioning. You know, I wasn't very heavy between rounds. You know, my strength conditioning coach here has been with me all week. We worked very hard for this camp, you know, and I was happy with that. And you know, he made it very difficult for Fundora, you know, in the fight, and I was happy with my performance.
Yeah, no one's comprehensively beaten him over this many rounds as you have. And I was mentioning ringside at a certain point, it looked like you were employing kind of a Roy Jones style. You weren't throwing any jabs. You were leading with hooks.
Even Callum Walsh is like, Max, I'm not Roy Jones.
You know, Roy Jones had.
Bro, Max, stop dick riding.
Is that, have you been influenced by that? Is that what you were trying to do?
Not Roy Jones, it was Joe Calzaghe.
Calzaghe.
Joe Calzaghe.
There you go.
And Calzaghe slapped more than you. You were throwing, you know, hard shots.
Yeah, you know, but I tried to take a bit of his style. You know, that he's one boxer that I really enjoy to watch. I don't watch much boxing, but I know I watch a lot of Joe for this camp, and yeah, I'm going to be trying to fight a bit more like that. You know, I think I fight a lot better, my hands down, you know, and we'll keep working on it and see how it goes.
Calzaghe, a great champion, would, you know, fight not that.
I swear to God, he's washed, he's cooked. So
the other guy couldn't stay with him, and it looked like at a certain point in the fight, you thought, I have this thing won. And ringside, we were wondering, hey, can Callum take it to the next level? Calzaghe would take things to the next level and maybe close the show big.
no.
Do you have any thoughts about that?
Yeah, 100%. I rise to the occasion. You know, I take every opportunity given to me. And yeah, 100%. The better opponent will bring a better Callum Walsh. And
Exposed. even though he won.
Congratulations.
It's fucked up. All right, guys. So look,
So Callum Walsh moves to 6.
turn that shit off right quick, and let's put the finishing touches on what's been a long live, because we're going live again tomorrow for the big world championship fight between Andy Cruz and Muay. But shout out to everybody here still rocking with your boy BT at 11:43 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's the untouchable True School Sports Empire. My boy Johnny, my main man 50 grand, he asked me, he said, am I going to be making a post-fight reviews? I'm going to be making one video. I'm not going to give each one of them fights a singular one video each. I'm gonna when this live is done, I'm just doing one review on the entire card, and that's gonna be it, Johnny. You ain't getting no 6 videos. Anyway, man, Cigar says Max was coping by saying sure Ocampo got caught cold before, but Ocampo has never been outclassed before. Terrible work from him. This is like I remember what was it, 6 years ago? I'm gonna say it was like 6 years ago. I remember when Devin Haney fought Yukio's Gamboa. And everyone who's beat Gamboa has knocked his ass out. But Devin Haney couldn't knock his ass out. Every Devin Haney dick rider in the YouTube box community said, Devin Haney outboxed the gold medalist, right? He outboxed the gold medalist, right? And this is kind of like along those lines. So yeah, it was Max Kellerman. He's seen better days. He's seen better days, better days. As far as that Rio card, you got Alexander Gvozdyk versus Hot Rod. That's one of the fights, and then I forgot the other fight. And I think Agjagba versus Charles Martin. I think I could be wrong, but I think that's the card. But guys, look, I don't want to like harp too long on this. Let me see. I'll go 5 more minutes, and then I'm gonna get up off this because I gotta get my post-fight review and then just chill out and relax and get ready for tomorrow's live. But listen, y'all got 5 minutes. Get your questions in while I'm still here. Untouchable True School Sports Empire. You know, one thing I will say, the pacing of the card is pretty good. It's not even midnight. Normally when I do these lives, these cards don't end till like 1:30, 2 in the morning. It's 11:45, and the card just ended. So I like that aspect of it. Keep the pacing up. Just kind of learn how to place the co-main event better. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They had like Cain Sandoval versus Hammer Hands Rodriguez carried this whole promotion, and so it should have been the co-main event. And I don't know why they had this hard on for Misael Rodriguez and Austin Denda or whatever the fuck his name was. They should have just did Rodriguez versus Cain Sandoval. It was a fight that everyone cared about, right? Even people that didn't know shit about boxing. That was the fight they were going to tune into because these are the two dudes that was talking shit and getting people interested in this promotion. So, yeah. Max Glazerman be doing too much. Yeah, man. It's been kind of shameful, like his return to boxing. And you know what's crazy? Like I'm not gonna say too much, But like Max Kellerman is not an idiot. He knows he's dick riding. Like he knows. I know that he knows he's dick riding. You know, because he's. Let me not say too much, but he knows what he's doing, and I know that he knows what he's doing. Max has lost his touch. I mean, he still has some good moments on the show they do. I mean, I do enjoy him sometimes on that show they do with like LaShawn McCoy and Malik Scott and them guys. But on fight nights, like when for the Crawford fight, for this fight, he's been unbearable. I like the UFC type of press conference they give. Yeah, I like that aspect. I'm sure Dana White's gonna go. He's gonna look at what worked, what didn't work, and you know he's gonna make changes. And I'm not like I know a lot of boxing fans are rooting for ZUFFA Boxing to fail, and I know a lot of people will probably think that I'm rooting for ZUFFA Boxing to fail. I don't have any ill will towards ZUFFA, nor am I a fanboy either. I'm neutral. I'm actually neutral on it. Like I'm just intrigued to see what they're gonna do, and how they're gonna make an impact on the sport of boxing. And if it provides fighters that aren't getting looks from the main 4 promoters opportunities to come out here and shine and give them a proper platform to fight on a good stage and provide for their families, and who might hate on that? Who might hate on that? You know, there's a lot of fighters that get overlooked. Like tonight, there was a lot of fighters that had the opportunity to showcase their skills and never got it before and would never have gotten it with the other 4 major promoters. So I can't hate. These boxers had to put the Z logo of the ZUFFA on the back of their trunks like the UFC shorts. Yeah, I mean, if that's how they want to do business, that's how they want to do things. It's their product. It's their prerogative. It's it is what it is. But like I said, we'll have more to say on ZUFFA when we get like a month in, 6 months in, a year in. Right now, I'm just taking it for what it is. Just another avenue of boxing to watch. So I'll leave it at that. But guys, on that note, I am going to go ahead and wrap this live up. I want to thank everybody who has joined me for the last 3 hours and 44 minutes. I'll be live again tomorrow for the Andy Cruz Amateur tie card. So if you enjoyed this live, feel free to come back tomorrow. And Pops will be here. We'll be a lot more wired up. We were chilling tonight because we were being very observant. Tomorrow we're going to be all the way wired up for what's going to be a very, very fun, entertaining lightweight world title fight. So listen, you guys take care, be blessed, and like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.